Ooh, is that a Misty Psyduck?
Let's go! That's a big card. Yeah, let's go.
What?
Let's go. Get that shit down. Don't touch it.
You're now tuning in to Unfiltered.
Like the jacket?
Yeah, bro.
Thanos.
Yeah, I see.
Pretty
It's
dope,
fire.
right?
Yeah, I like it.
It's not Pokemon, but I figure, it goes
It's colorful,
quick.
Ah, you're in the realm.
It goes, yeah.
In the multiverse, anything's possible.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think we're all set. We got our drinks. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how we start another episode of Unfiltered FTL. So we have a special episode here where hopefully you guys will find some interest because I'm going to be honest, if you don't like Pokemon, then are you even alive? This is my personal take on it. But we do have a Pokemon collector, seller, trader. I mean, the list probably goes on and on. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So if you would like to, please introduce yourself to everybody.
What's going on, guys? I'm Seth. I've been collecting since I was a kid. And, now I've turned it into a little business, Lost Cards store. It's a fun time, both collecting and selling. So I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
And then you guys may have seen this guy on my right. I'll let you introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? This is Josh, formerly known as Josh Eats, reporting in live. Super excited to be a part of the show yet again. We're here for yet another one. We can cue up that DJ Khaled music now. And I'm super stoked to be on here with Chris and Seth.
All right, awesome. Well, listen, Seth, thank you for joining us here. And, this has always been a hot topic, at least for me. This is, I would say, part of my childhood, Pokemon. I remember my dad used to just tell me, like, why are you wanting cardboard cards? It's money for cardboard. It doesn't make sense. And I was never able to really have a massive collection, but anytime I had some allowance money, it went to Pokemon. I want to ask you, so how long have you been doing this? When did you start the business, like officially?
So officially, I LLC'd up 2024, beginning 2024. It was like January. I was playing it. I would have done it earlier, but I decided let me start at 2024 because that's when you got to pay for everything.
Yeah.
I LLC'd up then, but I was doing just like as an individual seller, selling since the end of 2022.
Yeah.
I had to start on Whatnot. Kind of just started selling singles, ripping some packs here and there, nothing too like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon didn't blow up to the point where it is right now. Market's crazy right now. But slowly just kind of gained a following. I got up to like 1,000 followers on Whatnot. And then I discovered the power of TikTok, and that's where it kind of like took over.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I mean, social media is powerful, especially. I mean, it comes down to finding a niche, right? That's what it comes down to. Like, and you essentially found and built a community on social media where it's like it makes sense for what you're trying to do. And for any business, we always say, I mean, you do foodie reviews, stuff like that. We do marketing for restaurants and everything. Yeah. You have to find that fan base. It's not just shouting out to the whole world. Once you have that fan base, that's essentially a business, and now you can keep remarketing, and everybody's talking the same lingo and all this fun stuff. The good thing is that there's a massive fan base when it comes to Pokemon.
Yeah, huge.
And I told Josh the other day, essentially, it's really marketing towards like us, like our age, because we were the ones that grew up with it. 100%. And guess what we have now that we didn't have before? We got money because we got jobs. We're older. We're adults. Now, yes, there's kids that are into Pokemon. They're getting into it, and that's only going to keep the longevity of Pokemon going on for a long time. But now that they're marketing to us, like, hey, do this and that, I think that's one of the reasons why the market got crazy. What do you think? Why did the market explode out of nowhere?
So it started with COVID. It picked up big time in COVID because a lot of people didn't have much to do during COVID. You're sitting at home, and people just finding hobbies interesting. The stock market took off at that point. So it's like, what else can I do with my time when I can't go to work? I can't do this. People have time to pick up old hobbies, and that's kind of like where the first like boom happened.
Yeah.
But it's now continued to carry over up until 25, where now we're having this even bigger boom than COVID. And it's mainly because the modern card market has taken over. And like you said, our generation has come back into it. Yeah. And exactly what I just said there, it's generational. Pokemon is generational. They come out with new gens every couple years, and kids grow up with those Pokemon and play the games and
Yep.
enjoy those Pokemon. Find their favorite Pokemon, pick a new starter.
Yeah.
You know, there's Pokemon you guys probably never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
there's
there's over 1,000 now. We started.
There's
with,
no more 151.
150.
There's no more
Yeah,
151.
Yeah.
But it is
Wow.
151 is still the hot topic because guess
Yeah.
what? It started with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, I like to show Pokemon off as it is. If you compare it to American like dynasties,
Yeah.
Pikachu is the Mickey Mouse of Japan.
Okay.
That's exactly how I see
Yeah.
I like
that.
that.
Pokemon as a franchise. So if you go to Japan, their mascot is Pikachu.
Yeah.
You come here, Mickey
That's
Mouse
true.
is the mascot.
That's true.
That's pretty much how I envision it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it makes me a little sad when I see these, you know, because they have so many Pokemon games coming out too, and I'm just like, yo, you talk to Professor Oak? They're like, who's that?
Yeah.
That's the OG. What you mean?
It's not Oak no
like-
more.
Well, funny story about that. I just saw something on my feed this morning, and it brought back Professor Oak.
Yeah.
And it's that episode. It's episode from Gen 2 where Ash meets Sammy, and Sammy is actually Samuel Oak, but he time traveled using Celebi. Which
Oh,
interesting,
wow.
interesting part of the anime that
For sure.
whether
Wow.
you've seen it or not. But
That
that's
is
like a
cool.
little trick. Maybe I'll send it to you guys later.
Yeah.
Pretty cool though.
That
The
is
one,
that is
the one
pretty
that I've
awesome.
always been like, what happened to him? Because Misty was in there, but what happened to Brock?
My man Brock. Onyx ate him.
My man Brock was making too many statements about the women in the first couple seasons.
Yeah.
he got canceled, man.
He was real expressive.
He was. He fell in love with every girl he met.
Yeah.
Yep.
Funny thing about Brock. Another story. I actually, when I first started collecting as a kid, my first Pokemon card came from a friend of mine. His name was Brock. ironically.
Okay.
Go figure,
So
huh?
my first Pokemon card, it was a Paris, base set Paris. I'm sorry, Jungle Paris. I should
Yeah.
say. It's a Jungle set Paris. And got it from a kid named Brock. So
Mm.
That's funny.
funny how things work like that.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Speaking of being a little kid, man, I have this not so fond memory of once I started to develop my collection of cards, obviously the OG cards, Charizard was number one. Still is, always will be, right? And I had my Charizard. I was very proud of that card. And have a lot of people in and out of my house. Charizard disappeared. I was absolutely heartbroken. It was one card that got stolen, and I'll never forget. My dad and my mom, they could see how heartbroken I was over it. And he went out and bought the card. And this is way back when, you know what I mean? We're talking about late 90s now, or early 2000s, where he went out and bought the Charizard card for $60. Just that primetime Charizard card, the same card that you sent off for me to go grade. So I always remember that story. And, the family was like, they were not big into like paying big money for just a single card. Hey, if you want to rip packs, do that. Okay, that's cool. And I had plenty of those packs ripped. Unfortunately, I lost majority of my collection in a flood in my house. Which, yeah.
Very
The
unfortunate.
only cards that were left were the holographics, which of course are the most valuable, right? I would have really been taken back. And I still have those cards today, which we'll circle back to later on. But I don't know, that just brought me back to my childhood. And I remember how absolutely heartbroken I was when my Charizard got stolen from me.
I can feel that. Speaking of
Yeah.
Charizard, did you ever collected as a kid? Pick up a Charizard?
So I did have a small collection. I think everybody at some point had a binder, right?
Yeah.
I had a little binder. It took a lot of convincing. Like, I'm telling you guys, my dad would literally, I grew up in New York. So every store in New York, every little boutique, corner store,
Yeah.
they were selling Pokemon cards. Well, at that time, and we're talking about like 90. Did Pokemon come out in 99? No, it came out before
Well,
that.
Japanese released in 96, and then you had English come out 97, 98, 99.
It was around that time because I
Yeah.
moved here in 2003, and it was at least 5 years before. So let's say 98, 99. I don't know how old I was at the time, but I would go out just for a stroll with my parents, and then I would see like they will sell these little tchotchkes things, and then the Pokemons are right there, and I'm like, oh, I want the pack. Well, my dad's like, no, his thing was like, I will never give you money for cardboard.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I was that kid that didn't get it. So then my mom finally convinced him,
Mhm.
and then come to find out, there was like this little like Asian boutique place where they sold a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
And they had the original cards for like $6-7 for the pack, and then another pack for $2. And my dad's like, let's get the $2 one.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know, but it was fake. And
Oh,
each
no.
one always had like 3 holograms. And I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And the hollow, like the part, the
So let me see.
glittery part and all that was very like pronounced. And I was like, this don't look right. But I'm like, whatever, I got a Charizard, you know?
Yeah.
And that was like, as a kid, that was like my prized possession for a little time. But then I kind of grew out of it in the sense of like, I didn't have a use for it.
Yeah.
I've always was a fan of it, and I always loved the show. I used to watch that show every single morning before my school bus used to pick me up. That was the only thing on my TV. Watch it, and I'm like, all right, cool. Until Digimon took over the rights of that time slot, and I'm like, what is this shit? What kind of bootleg thing is this?
This is not Gotta Catch 'Em All.
And all of a sudden, the song gets stuck in my
shit.
Yeah. and then you know, it's just like anything. They memorize you. Where like all of a sudden, like you're watching the same Digimon show, and then I'm walking to the bus and like Digimon. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, is this my head? I'm like, but I never took Digimon serious, even though I heard that it exploded at some point too. But I never took it serious. But yeah, no. So I had a little collection, and honestly, I think I donated it to like a kid. Like my mom was like, "You're 13 now. What are you gonna do with this?" I was like, "Sure." And I gave it away to some kid along with my WWF toys and stuff like that.
Oh no.
And I was just that was heartbroken for me.
Yeah.
WWF. I was like, no, I want to keep them. No, we gave containers away. I was just like, oh boy.
Oh man.
But yeah, no, I mean it's to me, I think it's pretty crazy the fact that it's made such a comeback, but a very hard comeback in the sense that I feel like Pokemon was always there. It was never gonna die. It was always there. The hype was there from the beginning, and then all of a sudden, you know, it just kind of got a little stale. There was always a market. There was always a market. Just like Magic the Gathering, there's always been a market.
Yeah.
And I've always been impressed with like how many people that I know actually play it and they collect it, but you don't really hear about it in the mainstream media. But there's still a market. And then all of a sudden, like when COVID happened and it started exploding, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And actually before COVID, Pokemon Go, I think, was a factor.
It did have a
Pokemon Go was way before.
So you had a quick boom and then a silent a slowdown period. Then you had COVID. Then
because it kind of gave it that stamp of approval, like people are still interested because everybody was on Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go was nuts.
It's
crazy.
I never seen so many people go to parks that I'm like, this is what parks are meant for.
I think that was the first time we had world peace.
Yes,
Pokemon Go.
Literally.
Everybody's walking around staring in their phone trying to catch.
But everybody's laugh. It was funny. I remember I was with my brother on his boat, and I remember it was like when it first came out, Dragonite came up, and we were like, I was like, yo, there's a Dragonite. We parked the boat, I got in the water, and I was like looking for this damn Dragonite with my phone out.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I posted it to Facebook, everybody's like, yo, get him! Because nobody had him yet. It was like day 2, the app was out. It was so funny.
Now talking about Pokemon Go, I don't know about you guys, but because it was a good period where it was like you knew where these Pokemons would be.
Yeah.
When I drive certain parts here locally, I consider like, oh, that's where I caught that Hypno-Champ. That's where I caught that. It's like I don't even think of it as like the park. I'm like, that's where you catch that.
Yeah.
You guys ever go through that?
It's almost like the songs to me. Like you have songs of different eras.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, I have that too.
No,
I have
true.
a park that I've gone to, and they had like nests in
Yes.
Pokemon Go.
Meisner.
You could just like
Meisner over in Boca. I pulled up there multiple times, bro. It wasn't for a meal. It was for the Pokemon. You know what I mean?
I was throwing curveballs. I was like, need my extra XP.
There's a Pokemon you want, and then you're swiping to get different Pokeballs, and next thing you know, oh, there goes my money. You don't even realize it. 5, 10, 20, 30, you know?
No, I think they did it. That was fantastic. But the thing is, I felt like they missed out on 2 things. They missed out on everybody wanted to fight like trainer battles, and they didn't release it yet. So it kind of got a little stale.
Yeah, I agree.
And then what's happening now, which I mean happened like a little bit later after, where you can fight together to capture that one big Pokemon.
Yep.
They didn't have it at the time.
Nope.
So it was just like, now you have raids and all that, which is cool, but like a lot of the market died down. All the people that were just in it to be in it, they're not in it as much. And Pokemon Go is really addictive. Like,
it is.
I had to uninstall that at one point because I was on there like 24/7. I was just like this the whole time. I was like, what the heck? And even my wife, she was like, yeah, I gotta stop.
It's funny because before Pokemon Go came out, shit you not, I went and did. Have you ever heard of the app geocaching?
Is that for Pokemon Go? Or
No. So like
what
basically,
is that where you go and like bike ride and you go find these like
little
random
hidden
treasures?
treasures?
Yes.
So I went with a friend of mine, and like in 2013 or 14, we're literally doing geocaching, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, this would be amazing if they came out with a Pokemon game where you go around and you try to find the Pokemon like this. Because if they're using the GPS, and then lo and behold, 2 years later, they come out with Pokemon Go, I was like, this is what I was talking about.
$1 billion idea.
I was like,
Seth.
this is genius. I was like, this thing's going to be a crazy game. And sure enough, it was nuts.
Now, and you guys might be able to fact check me, but I read multiple articles, so if I'm wrong, we're all wrong. From my understanding, maybe Kaylee can do some fact check on this. Pokemon Go, the creator that wanted to create the game, originally said, all right, apparently this idea happened years before the game even came out. He wanted to create it, but in order to create it, he needed to have a mapping system.
Yeah.
And the mapping system, Google Maps, didn't exist. From what I heard is that he did such a great job with the mapping system, Google kind of like partner up with him in a way.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, let's use it for navigation, for GPS. So all of a sudden, like his idea for Pokemon game kind of was put on pause.
What?
Yeah. And then they helped them develop it to the maps that we have now. And then it was like, it's time to release it. He already had more than enough information. So it was just like, and because he knew where all the parks were at and everything, because essentially that's the difference with Pokemon Go. You have to have a map. It can't be a BS map like created by GTA or something. It has to be like the real parks, the trails, and that takes a lot of data to collect.
Yeah, for sure.
So from what I read, then that's why the game was so good, because it knew exactly where you were at.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and I mean, it did a great job. You guys ever seen the picture with the guy riding the bicycle?
And he's got 50
phones.
phones.
Yes, I've seen that 100%.
That's Pokemon Go on steroids.
I know. I mean, look, I thought Pokemon Go was great, but I think for me, you have the show, you had the actual trading card game, but by far, to me, to this day, the most addictive part about Pokemon had to be the Game Boy games.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
100%.
100%.
I still got them on my phone.
I know.
I play the emulators all the time.
Dude,
100%.
I sent them to you.
Yeah. Then that was terrible. That was terrible. What a time suck that was. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth sent me the emulator for Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. I felt like a kid again. I was eating Fruit Loops, 1999, and I was playing my Game Boy, what have you. And I got to say, that emulator just took my life away. I had to uninstall it, guys. One day, this is a funny story. I played it for maybe 100 hours. We're collecting all the Pokemon. Of course, it being an emulator, remember, you couldn't collect all the Pokemon because you had to trade. Remember, they had link cables back in the day. Oh, you guys remember the link cables? You had to play with your buddies. You had to go ahead, plug in your link cable. You could fight each other. You could trade Pokemon. That was the only way to collect all the 150, right? You had to actually trade them because Red had certain Pokemon, Blue had certain Pokemon, certain legendary Pokemon. And that's the only way you could get them all. And I'll never forget, one day I logged in, like I hadn't played it for a week, and all my data was wiped in the emulator. It was gone. And I said, okay. I guess this was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, bye. I'll see you later. I mean, I shit you not. I was staying up late at night in my bed, just playing.
It's such a fun game. The repeat playability from start to finish is just so like iconic and nostalgic.
Yeah. All video games nowadays use the template that Pokemon set, leveling up, being able to unlock certain things at certain times, certain areas which you got, and I think that
you got to talk to all the NPCs.
Yes,
it's like if you don't talk to this one, you miss the whole point of the rest of the game. It's like nuts.
Yeah.
I remember I used to avoid trying to get in trainer fights. Remember how you could like maneuver around and not get in every trainer fight? I remember I was playing that emulator. I was looking for that smoke. I'm like, hey, where are you at? Where's my nemesis?
I need to level this Zardo.
Yeah, I gotta level him up. Man, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And then remember, you had to like get a moonstone to like evolve certain Pokemon.
That's where they lost me. When the new one started adding all these stones and everything, I'm like, all right, now this is like a scientific math equation. It's cool because you remember the guides that used to come out?
Of course, the Prima guides.
I should have brought that.
Those guides.
I had a crystal
I used to
version.
be at Blockbuster.
What?
What? You had the crystal one? That was my
I got a
favorite
crystal
one.
version.
With the cover.
Nintendo guidebook.
Was that the one with Lugia?
Well, I mean, it had Lugia in there, but it was the one with the Suicune on there.
Suicune, yeah. But that was the legendary. It was like Lugia, and then what was Crystal, and what was the other one?
So Silver. Silver had
okay.
Lugia, and then Gold had Ho-Oh.
Okay.
So the first one I like played all the way through like religiously was Gold version. So like, that was like I've been waiting for them to like do a super remastered modern version of the Gold version so that I could just pick that bad boy up. Maybe my prayers will get answered soon.
Have you guys done this where maybe not when you guys were young because we had no choice, whatever our parents got us. But once we were like able to be teenagers, remember they came out with multiple versions, different colors.
Yeah, of course.
So I would be like, hey, you're my friend. Like, you're gonna get that one. I'm gonna get this one. We're
100%.
100%. You had to assemble this stuff.
It was a collaboration.
Unless you're gonna buy it. Now people just buy the whole thing. If you got the money, you buy all of them. Yeah. But it's just really for that one extra Pokemon. That's
now you can trade over Wi-Fi, so it's not like you had to get the link cable. You'd run out of battery because the link cable or the light. at night because
Yep.
you know
that little squiggly. Oh,
mom would come up the stairs and I'm late night playing, you know,
Yeah.
playing it with the little game light.
Yep.
I gotta unplug it.
That was so cool that you would have to
The
plug it
worm
in the
light.
side.
They
Yeah,
called it the worm
light. Yeah.
Yep.
That was
And
it.
you know, something that I got to bring up too when we're bringing on the Pokemon games, I'll never forget this. I was a little bit intimidated because my buddy had level 99. He had all a bunch of level 99s. I go, how the hell did you do that, right?
Missing numbers.
Missing no. Yes, exactly. Missing go, missing no, whatever we said. And the crazy part about it was I was super intimidated. I'm like, damn, man, my Charizard was only level 72. What I didn't know was that when you had to feed that glitch and you fed them rare candies, the Pokemon were not as strong, not nearly as tough. My 72 demolished his team. And he was looking at me and I was like, oh. I guess I trained them harder, man. But I'll never forget that.
No, definitely. Now, I wanted to bring up a guy that I don't know. I would say is maybe part of some of the success of the boom of Pokemon. Logan Paul. He, you know, obviously whether you love him or like him or don't like him, he has a massive following on socials, right? And again, like you said earlier, like social media is where you can find, you know, people for your business and everything.
100%.
The fact that he out of nowhere was all about his funny pranks and wrestling and boxing, and he's like, oh yeah, I also love Pokemon. And everybody's like, all right. And then he started doing crazy things like buying the most expensive, I guess, Pokemon card. What is it?
The Illustrator
Pikachu. Yeah. So, you know, those are. Can we get that on the screen, Caleb? Yeah. So this card right here, he got the Guinness World Record for it. I mean, that's. The fact that he made it into a chain.
Yeah, it's like platinum. Look at that platinum.
So what? My question to you said this. What do you feel about this? Is there because and I want to ask you in the
it's out
sense
of my budget for one.
Correct. But investment wise, do you think this is going to go up in value in like years to come, or do you think it was more of like a stunt for him to get more exposure? Or do you see value in these very expensive cards?
Value is in the eye of the beholder. Now, do I personally connect to the Illustrator Pikachu? I don't really have a connection to it, so I wouldn't value that as much as somebody like Logan Paul would value. You know, I don't value it as much because it doesn't. That's not what I look to collect as a child.
Yeah.
Like I have a card that has much more value to me, and that's because my mom took me to the first Pokemon movie, and I have a memory about it.
I have that one.
The promo card.
I have that one.
I have it graded. It's in a case. I will not sell that.
I don't know where it is.
No amount of money would ever be able to let me sell that. That'll be get handed on to my kids. And that to me is more valuable than this.
Yeah.
By all means.
100%.
And that's kind of how Pokemon creates value. And for example, you lost your Charizard due to somebody taking it.
Yeah.
You know, what could replace that?
Nothing.
Maybe a PSA 10 Charizard that, you know, you bought for X amount and you're like, okay, I'm going to sit on this because it looks so much, it reminds me of my childhood.
Exactly.
That's where the value comes in.
Yep. Eye of the beholder. I think that's huge, right?
That's it.
And write me if I'm wrong, but when they had the movies come out, weren't there a set of different promo cards you could get? It wasn't necessarily just one. So I remember that personally because I had my mom bring me, I had my dad bring me, I had my grandma bring me. I went inside
the only one that I
movies
remember was Ancient Mew.
Ancient Mew was for the first movie. And then when they came out with different movies, they would release different promos. So like Pokemon 2000, I believe it was the Entei Reverse Hollow promo. So and then there were also promos. There's different ways to get these promo cards back in the day. There's this Gengar that you had to mail in a certain thing, and then they would send you the Gengar promo.
I remember that. I do remember that.
It's the same thing with the Mew promo. There were so many promos where it was like a rebate. You had to mail it to them, show this one thing, and then they would send you back the promo. So there was different ways to get the promos. So those promos are actually highly sought after because
not everyone did that.
I didn't know I had to mail something in unless if my mom and dad were into it as much as I would, maybe I would have known. But they were just like, oh, he likes Pokemon. Yeah. You know?
Now
another trend.
Exactly.
Do they I think that's something, if they haven't been doing that, that's something they should bring back. Do they do anything like that recently where like you have to mail things in order to get the card, or is it all digital now?
They do, they've been doing more, like they just released this Mew EX, and it is like, they made it so that they only did, I believe it's 1,051 copies of this card.
Yeah.
So this card is selling for crazy amount of money, and it just released like 6-7 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And
scarcity.
It's scarcity. So that, and the only there, I'd have to look it up because I haven't like really dove into it.
Mhm.
But you can only a certain amount of people can get this card, and there's a specific way to get the card. So yes, to answer that
Yeah.
question, they are still doing that. Whether it's you got to mail something in, probably not.
Yeah.
A lot of it is, right now the market's so hot. If you try to sign it, if you try to go and buy sealed product from their website, for example, when it launches, you get placed in a queue. And the queue is thousands of people deep. Thousands. And that doesn't include your bots that are buying up this product.
Oh, yeah, like,
And
they're everywhere.
It's insane. So like right now, even to just get your hands on sealed product is that's why the market is like the secondhand market is like crazy right now for this product because you can't get it.
Correct. So let me ask you this: you being in the business now, is there such thing as a distribution process that because you're able to resell and all that, and you have a business that you're able to have like, just like buying food for a restaurant that they get a cheaper price so that you can sell it for a little bit more? Do you have access to that?
So
does that exist?
So I don't currently have access to distribution. I've been trying for the past 2 years to get access to distribution. It is almost impossible for an online business, only e-commerce business, to get distribution. They want to prioritize brick and mortar shops. And anytime I've asked for distribution, unfortunately, they're like, we're only taking brick and mortar. We're only taking brick and mortar. Check back with us in 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've checked back with them every 6 months.
Nothing.
Still no chance. And especially right now, the market's so hot. And even if I did get distribution, apparently distribution is charging more for the product now than they were.
Wow.
Because they want a piece of how hot the action. This is what I've seen on social media from like big names like Pokémon. His name's Brian. He's a great watch. He knows a lot about it. He has a distributor. But the reason why the price has gone up on the secondary market is because it's gone up at the base level too. So and Pokemon's going to raise their prices soon too. Their MSRP on packs is $5.99, $5.99 if you wanted an individual pack. And I'm sure that's going to go up because the demand is crazy right now, and the only way to have supply meet the exponential demand is to raise your price. And then once it prices some people out of the hobby, the demand comes down. I mean, that's just simple supply and demand. And the fact that the demand has grown so exponentially, Pokemon has said that they are printing so much product right now, and it's just not enough. There's a lot of sealed product out there, but there's just so much to the point where people are going into your local Target,
it's bottlenecked,
your local Walmart, and they're able to clear the shelves because there's not enough to dry up their wallet. You know what I mean? If you got $6,000 sitting in a bank, you can go and just buy an entire stock of it at Target or Walmart, and then it leaves nothing for anybody else who's actually trying to collect the product. Which that's one of the bigger frustrations in the hobby right now, and it's extremely unfortunate that it is that way.
Scalpers, pretty much.
Scalpers.
I mean, it's funny because when we're talking about the Ancient Mew card, I remember leaving the movie theater with my mom. I think we had like 3 of the cards, and there was a guy there, and this was back in the days, and he goes, "Hey, you want to sell your card?" And I'm like, "No." And I didn't even think about it like, oh, he's trying to resell it. I was like, I really love this card. Like, I want this card to be mine. And that's it. But then I saw people probably buying it for $5. He's like, $5, whatever. And maybe that guy, if he held it onto it, I'm sure he has, or he sold it on or whatever, they have made their money even then. But now I feel like it's visually, you can see it on TikTok and social media. These scalpers go into these Pokemon vending machines, right? So and they're just like getting there, and then they're paying the delivery guy like, hey, let me know when the route is here, so I'll be there first. And then they're trying to like,
so bad. It's
so bad. The whole
bad.
vending machine.
And watching the videos, it influences.
Yeah, these things right here.
Yeah, watching those videos, for me personally, influences me to not want to go to those restocks because there's a lot of violence that can happen. When money is involved.
100%.
And I've seen the videos where it's gotten violent at times, and for me personally, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking like me. I don't want to be involved with that, so I won't even go to a restock. I won't even try to go look for product unless it's conveniently on the shelf when I go to a Target at like 5 o'clock in the evening with my wife. Which influences me to buy more online. At the scalper prices, which I've got the money to pay for it. So if I want to, rip packs in the moment and enjoy the hobby, it's going to cost me a little bit more, but I'd rather do it in the convenience of my own home and, not risk my life over a cardboard. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
But no, it is a shame what's happening. I remember a time where I was able to get booster boxes. I have a buddy of mine who actually has a brick and mortar. That's where I usually get my English stuff. If I have any, I don't get much because it's so like paper thin.
Yeah.
But I'm able to get Japanese, which is nice. But basically, the product it's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
I was able to get booster boxes at one point for $90. Now they're selling. You can't get it for less than $200. You can't get a box for less than
Wow,
$200.
that's insane indeed. Let me ask you, Seth. I know you're saying earlier, hey man, somebody could go and they could buy as many cards as they can because they have enough money. There's not enough stock, right? If I were to go and spend $5,000 on X amount of cards, like, is this for for certain thing that's going to be profitable to me?
Not necessarily.
You see, that's what
thing.
I'm curious about.
So right now, yes, because they can. The secondary market, like I said, I'm the type of collector who, yes, unfortunately, I'm the problem where I want to collect a card and I want to rip some packs. If I go on a live stream and I see somebody's got a pack for like $8-9, yeah, I'll buy it because I know I can't go to my Target and get the product because I want to actually enjoy the rip and I enjoy the hobby. Yeah. A lot of people are just sneakerheads going out and found the value here, reselling. Yeah. And granted, I do resell, but I resell a lot more slabs than I do sealed product, and I'm gonna stay that way until I can get distribution. But
But the margins are low, right? Like for example, let's say they buy the box for it depends, right? They buy the box for $90 and they can sell it for $200. All right, you got a good margin there. But sometimes the margin is very tight. Like you're only making a couple bucks to just like the shoes. Sometimes they sell these shoes for like $20 profit. I'm like, what the heck? They have a whole business for this? Now, yeah, they do a lot of shoes and all that. That's where they make the money. But
yeah, so it's even when boxes were $90, I couldn't sell packs for MSRP. Now everybody's like, oh, I wish I had it. I wish we could buy it MSRP. Only buy it MSRP. That's just not how it works because when I was buying packs below MSRP, I couldn't sell stuff at MSRP at first. Yeah. Then the market blew up and people were like, oh, you're selling more than MSRP. Well, it's what the market dictates because it wasn't always like this. I was making 10% margins at one point. Now I'm making 20%. Yeah. But it's the volume at that point. Yep. So you can have low percentage returns. You just got to sell a lot of it. Yeah. That's the key. So, but when you do have like high margin items, you don't have to sell it as much, but you do want to move that product so that you can get new stuff. So
now, how do you feel about the original base set booster boxes, right? That they go for like $300,000-$400,000 for just one of those boxes. Is the value really there? Like, okay, if they do pull a Charizard or multiple Charizards, then is it worth it? Or
so if you look at it from a money perspective, it's a gamble. It's literally a gamble. Because what they're hoping to do is they're hoping to pull that base set Charizard, and then
how many Charizards do you need? Like, just one. Okay, if I pull a base set Charizard here, is that going to be worth more than $300,000 if it's a 10?
Raw? It might be worth the price of the box, if not more. But the person who buys this box is not going to sell the card raw. They're going to grade it.
Correct. So there's levels to it. So
there's levels to it.
So explain that. How does that work? So raw is just out of being ripped. And then from there, you send it off.
From there, you send it off to grading. You pick a grading company. And then if it gets a 10, it exponentializes the value of the card because a secondary authenticator who's been doing it for years, knows the cards in and out, has authenticated it to be a quote-unquote perfect card. And for a collector who is looking to get verification of a perfect card, if I bought the card raw, I'd always have some skepticism over it, right? Yeah. I'd be like, is it real? Is it authentic? Am I going to spend 10 grand on that? But then you get a PSA 10 authenticated card, and you're like, okay, an authentication service. I'm willing to pay a much higher fee because I know I got something real, and I know over time, they don't make this card anymore.
Correct. What makes it perfect? Like, what is it? Centering?
So there's 4 subgrades. You have centering, you have edges, you have the corners, and you have surface. So
Okay.
surface is like any scratches on the face of the card. Your edges are obviously the 4 edges of the card, whether there's whitening. You have the corners. It needs to be 4 perfect corners. And then you have the centering, which
Out of your hands.
it's out of your hands. The print center could give you an error, and then you could get a Charizard that's like so far left center, there's no chance it's gonna tip.
Wow.
So now you gotta rock. That's why it's a gamble. It is a 100% complete gamble, and that's what I mean. Gambling's fun. I mean, you go to the casino, you have a great time. You hit something, you're like, fuck yeah!
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing, and that it's definitely an adrenaline kick as well as a dopamine drip.
Yeah.
So like whether you get a Charizard or even if you get like a Venusaur, you get the Venusaur. It might be the lower of the 3 starters, but you're still like, fuck yeah! Like and not to mention like you're older now, so you interpret like what the feeling of hitting that is like. Going back to your original Charizard that you got, and we were talking about pulling Charizard. I remember the first time I pulled Charizard. Yeah. I remember I was sitting at my friend's house because I finally talked my mom out of taking me out of aftercare and allowing me to go be babysat by my friend's mom. Yeah. We would go get Pokemon packs at Walmart after school.
I remember that.
We'd get 1 pack each. We'd go back to the house. I was the only one in the friend group who had not pulled a Charizard.
Wow.
And I sat there and I went through the cards. I went, Charizard! And it was nuts how I still have the Charizard to this day. It's actually sitting in my binder that I'll probably show you guys shortly.
Okay.
But, it's that's like feeling it again, that nostalgic feeling again. Nothing compares to it. It's like playing the games. Yeah. Nothing compares to it. It's just such a good feeling. You go back to the innocence of your youth, where you're not in this like somewhat fucked up world we're in, you know?
Yeah.
No, it's true. You're exactly right. And something that I remember you doing when you first launched on Whatnot and then eventually went to TikTok was you used to do the pack rips all the time. Is that still something that you do as often, or is it?
I still rip live. The reason I don't rip live as much now is because I don't have as much sealed English product. Because you get feedback when you're streaming live, and it's not nice to be called a scalper when I'm not a scalper. I'm a collector. I've never gone into a Target or a Walmart and cleared out a shelf. I've never done any of that. Whenever I got product, it was from somebody who was willing to, early. It's funny. People would come into your stream and say that, but they weren't in my stream before. When I had product, well under MSRP, and they could have bought for days and enjoyed the rip on rip. Now the market's gone up. Everybody's like, scammers, you suck, suck. And there's so much. That's the negative part of the Pokemon, community. And of course, those people get the block button. I give them the nice boot.
So, but something that I think is so viable and really what this tells me is that like you're doing something right, and whenever you're doing something right, haters gonna hate. Yeah, that's just what it comes down to, right?
There's always going to be internet trolls out there and stuff like that.
I deal with it all the time. Yeah, I deal with it all the time. Oh, you're a budget Mike Eats. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. I just laugh it off. Oh, one person says, "Don't quit your day job," and I'm like, oh, "Okay, well, thank you for that feedback." And then he goes, "Oh, you're not such a bad guy. You got to follow out of me." I kill him with kindness.
That's
right?
all you can do,
right?
And it is. You're gonna get trolls, and I since I started my business and doing the live streams, I was like, for everybody who would come into the stream, I tell people collect what you like. Ignore the negativity. Don't get involved with the drama that's in the Pokemon community, and you'll love the hobby. And that I stick to it. If somebody comes in and wants to start drama in my stream, I give them a second.
Yeah.
But if they want to be a dick, I just boot them. I'm like, look, you don't belong in my community. I want positivity. It's called Poke positivity. Yeah. I don't want that negativity in my life. I've got a great dog. Got a great wife. Got a great life. That's all I need. I don't.
Happy wife, happy life, Seth.
And this hobby is also meant to be fun. So if people come in with negativity, we don't need that.
No, 100%.
Speaking of scammers, Seth, tell me a little bit more about the people that say they never got your package.
Oh my God!
You were talking about that.
Before?
Oh, bro!
They try to say pull a fast one.
The newest thing is chargeback scams, and it's unfortunate because I'm an online retailer. I can't see these people in person to shake hands and be like, okay, I'm swiping their card in person. have camera footage of they wanted the card.
Yeah.
So when that happens, they'll if they say they don't get the card, I'll look at the tracking. All right, and everything's got tracking. I'm gonna send stuff with tracking.
Yeah.
And I've made in this industry everything is relationship. Any business really. I made good connections with my postal service employees. So anytime I go into the post office, they know me by name.
Yeah.
What's going on? How's softball? Ask me about my hobbies.
That's cool.
If I ask them what happened with this package, they do the investigation for me. So that is probably the core thing that, has helped me with those situations. And sometimes people are right. It got put in the wrong mailbox.
Yeah.
But, at least when I talk to my contacts, they're able to,
Confirm.
find out what happened.
Yeah.
And then they'll go get the package and bring it to them. And then it's all water under the bridge. Hey, I'm sorry that happened. Unfortunately, I can't control what USPS does. The carrier is a carrier. It happens. Mistakes happen. But I'm glad you got the card in your hands, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's those ones that pull one over though, right? That
There-
did get the card.
So yeah, I had a Giratina Altart. It's a modern card that's worth close to $1,000 in the grade that I had it in. And I sold it, learning experience, sold it from my website, first time buyer. And I had everything matched. There was no red flags usually on Shopify, they have like fraudulent system.
Yeah.
Like if it's coming from a different area code or address, or, the IP address doesn't match. Everything was fine. The shipping address and the billing address matched. Everything was fine.
No risky
So
business.
I was like, there's no problem with this. I should be okay.
Uh-huh.
So I sent the card. As soon as the card got delivered, I get a chargeback notification. I'm like, no fucking way.
And it was
this
like
guy just did
$800.
that.
It was like $800.
It was $1,000.
You never did like for a card like that where they have to sign to receive the package.
So it doesn't matter whether you sign or not. I mean, I've got the proof that
Okay. Oh yeah. Better? Yeah. There you go.
yeah. So I never put signature tracking before, and I never had an issue. But when you get a chargeback, unfortunately, you're dealing with American Express, for example, or Visa, and they're basically just going to give the customer their money back.
Always.
No matter what.
Customer's always right.
But all I can do is try to battle that, and I have to provide proof
Uphill battle.
of the battle. So I have to show them that the tracking was good. It was sent. It was delivered. Lo and behold, they said my case was fucked. I couldn't do anything about it, and I lost my $1,000. Lesson learned. Expensive lesson learned. I learned. Okay, I need to confirm that they wanted the item via email. So I do any purchase that's over.
You take extra steps.
I take many extra steps, and if they don't provide it, they don't get the fucking shit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. That's it, bro. Hey, you hit the bricks.
You ready for that battle?
That's it. So I send them an email
Mhm.
and I say, hey, due to the value of this item, I need to collect both a valid driver's license matching the address on the card,
Mhm.
Yep.
and I also need you to confirm a statement that you approve this purchase of this invoice. And I show them the invoice. I'm like, if I don't receive this within 48 hours, your order will be canceled. And unfortunately, I eat the credit card fee that comes along with it. So if it's a high ticket item, it can add up.
Yeah.
So it takes directly out of the profit when I got to cancel, an order.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not losing $1,000
Yeah.
at this point. I'm only losing $15, $20.
Yeah, the processing fee. Yeah.
But I learned. It's an expensive. I was pissed. I contacted Orlando PD. I contacted our local PD. I contacted who is it?
So this guy was in
Consumer
Orlando.
Protection,
This guy was in Orlando.
Maybe.
Okay, because I would have pulled up on him, Seth.
No, so there's rings to it.
Yeah.
And what I noticed out of the Orlando, it was like he did it out of a hotel.
Wow.
So there's a hotel string. So
damn.
I had an immediate order come in the week after, and it was literally 5 minutes from that location, and I immediately denied that transaction.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like, your part of the scam. I'm sure it's a scam
Yeah.
ring. And you can see it on YouTube. There's people who have lost like thousands of dollars recently. Somebody got scammed out of like $3,000 to $5,000 worth of sealed product.
Yeah.
And these chargebacks, unfortunately, you can't fight the chargebacks. You can try. What I do is I take video of high valued items now. I got a chargeback. I recently got a chargeback through TikTok, which I've never gotten a chargeback through TikTok.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was a $400. It's a gray felt hat Pikachu. It's a new promo that you could only get, if you ordered certain things off Pokemon Center's website. $400 card, basically Pikachu in a gray felt hat, it's a Van Gogh-esque. Which is really cool. So I sold it. It's through TikTok, so I thought I was safe sending it through TikTok. They did a chargeback. They took my money out. I had to file an insurance claim and basically try to get my money back. I mean, it's crazy. I've been scammed more on the seller side than I've ever been scammed on the buyer side.
Yep.
And it's crazy. There are a lot of scams that happen in Pokemon, and you gotta be careful. And buying is one thing. You don't buy from somebody who has shady feedback or doesn't have enough feedback. You learn your lesson. You take a risk at that point. But if you're buying on eBay, then it's like, at least you got eBay backing you. Sometimes eBay might not back you.
But it also happens, that's digitally, but it also happens a lot in trade shows. I've seen a lot of TikToks where, they have these trade shows and they have these tables of all the cards, and then these kids that come up and they're looking at the card, they take it out the binder, and then they're slick. And they literally put the card underneath and walk away.
Yep.
And they get caught after because they have the camera, but the guy is, being attended by somebody else. And some of them get caught, some of them don't. And it's just like that, a card just appears. And it's like, wow. And then some of them aren't that smart. They try to sell it on Facebook. And then it's like, dude, that's my card. Question, do some cards have like a serial number or something like that? Or is there some type of, maybe the new ones, is there like an identification number?
Unique identifier,
So no card is exactly the same technically.
Yeah.
Like for example, there was a scam that happened with where a grading company, CGC, was involved in, where they had these test print cards from way back in the day that got submitted in, and based on forensic printing, they could see that these cards were printed in 2024.
Wow.
And CGC didn't catch it. It was this big CGC's not a good grading company, blah, 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 because they tried to grade old stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's skeptic stuff, If you've never seen it before, how true do we know if this is going to be like a legitimate thing?
100%.
And I wouldn't have put my money into it because I get the thrill. Hey, it's a piece of Pokemon history, but if it's too good to be true, you got to use your mindset.
Yeah,
it's usually too good to be true.
Yep.
No, 100%.
Got to go with the gut instinct there, right, Seth?
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I think it's a good opportunity to show us what you got over there, man.
Yeah.
I'm kind of itching over here, seeing what all these slabs and all this stuff. What's the first? What is that? Is that a set for what?
So this is Heatwave Arena. It's a sealed booster box. This is one of the newer sets that's come out. This is actually what I brought for us to rip today.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do
a close up. I'm gonna do a close up over here.
We're gonna do a nice little pack battle between the three of us. Each of us will get 10 packs because it comes with 30 packs.
Right on.
It comes with guarantee. So cool thing about Japanese and not English. English is completely random whether you're gonna get hits or not. Japanese, they guarantee that there's hits in here.
That's a question that I have. Because either I got ripped off or we're about to find out I got ripped off.
Oh, no.
I always knew that there was English.
Yeah.
And Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Spanish too, right?
Oh, there's multiple languages.
Okay, so there's multiple languages. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get ripped off.
Okay.
Multiple
So, because I was in Colombia recently and I bought this little puppy right here.
Oh, you got Prismatic. That's the hottest set.
And I got it in Spanish. And I was like, all right.
That looks pretty legit to me.
Well, we went to a legit spot, and it was pretty cool. They had like all the battles going on. I wish I had cards to play. I mean, I just wanted to. I just love being in that environment.
Yeah.
So the guy, I talked to him, and he kind of rekindled. I was like, I'm not gonna collect, but I'm down to buy it. Actually, he gave it to me for $90. He was like, hey, I'm gonna give it to you for what I got. It's like, because my brother buddy bought some other stuff, and then he gave me these two packs that came with like 3 cards each. I guess tournament packs when you win the tournament.
Yeah, prize packs.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he told me, he's like, if you don't rip them, you can sell those for like $50. They're worth that much. I was like, really? I was like, I'm gonna rip this thing.
Yeah.
So I ripped it, and everything was in Spanish, but 1 card. And I got this card here, and if I'm not mistaken, it's in German. I'm like, what the heck?
Oh, that's cool.
Seth is of German descent.
So-
Seth?
Is it?
Is that Schnitzel approved?
Might be.
So hold it up right there.
Yo, what?
So it was in that pack, and then I don't know. I think it was worth like $50 on when we looked at it online, which I was like, well, I'm cool with that. I'm already gotta have my money for this.
That's awesome.
So it was a surprise. I was like, what the heck? This,
That's
the fact
wild.
that,
Yeah.
So it's considered a stamped promo.
Yeah.
Stamped promos are pretty hot, mainly being because they only print a certain amount of them, obviously.
Okay.
So like what's really
badass.
hot now, you got what's called an Elite Trainer Box, an ETB.
Okay.
Pokemon makes a specific Pokemon Center ETB,
Yep.
which includes a promo in there. You got an EV promo that was in there.
Yep. Correct.
It has a stamp that says Pokemon Center with a Pokeball on it.
Yep.
Those cards go for crazy amounts of money just because they're so
What?
limited.
So Kayla, we hit the jackpot.
What?
When you have the
We're
Pokemon
going
Center
on the Jet
stamp.
2. We're going on the Jet 2 holiday.
Right now, you can save 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's in Spanish, so
He's actually lost 100 pounds, y'all. How fitting. How fitting.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
That's funny.
hilarious.
No,
So
but
yeah, if you want, you can move that table here.
yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do this.
And then what I'll do is
I'll show you. Oh, there goes everything.
By the way, guys, look at that. That's the original trainer video right here,
That's
ladies
the
and
original
gentlemen.
trainer video that taught you how to play the actual game. It's
Yeah.
on VHS. That's
Yep.
my childhood trainer video that I got out of the. Basically, they gave it to you with the base play set that you could get.
That's
So,
awesome.
I brought some protective sleeves for us to rip. I also bought a fake card.
What?
So you got this actually got sent to me the other day because I bought.
so it's funny you bring that up. Kayla, throw it on the screen. How can we spot reals and fakes? Because I think, with technology nowadays, there's printers and all, we can do fake money, right? So like
Look at Sandshrew.
I mean,
It's
obviously it's a really bad fake. Somebody
Yeah,
says
it's
Pikachu,
Sandshrew, right?
you
It's
know,
Sandshrew.
But like there's some cards that
That's funny.
there's some cards that like, they're pretty damn good. I mean, maybe the one you're holding there is
This one is supposed to be, if real, like a $250 to $300 card raw.
And how did you know it's fake?
So you can feel it on the card, first of all. If you there's textures on Pokemon cards nowadays, right?
That's just smooth.
So like this one is smooth. It's got a different holographic style, and then the back, it looks off compared to a normal Pokemon card. Now, if you wanted to pull one of your cards out of your box real quick, you'll see the huge difference between the printing style.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it just feels flimsy. It just feels...
It doesn't feel like the card stock that they
feel-
use.
wait, it's
but
like-
I have seen some good fakes out there. I have gotten a couple that have come in, and they look legit. The biggest difference is you can see the size of the card doesn't
Even the
compare
back of the
same.
card. Even the card art on the
Mhm.
back looks a little funky,
Anyway.
a little off.
Yeah, so just pull one out.
Yeah, it
Doesn't matter. Take this out, feel the card, and then look at the back by comparison.
This does have like some type of like.
That one doesn't have texture. Let me see if you got one with texture.
Oh, I mean,
The coloring.
I mean, look at exactly. Look at the print.
Yeah.
I mean, the print
Looks like
I
fogey.
mean, this looks like the card that I bought for $2 in those packs.
It's darker. You can see how much darker it is, too, Seth, side by side.
Oh yeah. So like you can tell the difference when you get them in hand.
Real fake.
So were you able to get your money back?
So funny enough, the guy who I bought it from messaged me before the card even got to me because I buy cards, I sift through cards, and then I'm like, okay, what am I going to send for grading? What am I going to just sell back raw?
Mhm.
Before the card even got to me, the guy messaged me and said, hey, I'm just realizing the guy that I got these cards off of
Hold the fast.
seems off, and that card may be fake, so I'm refunding you before you even get the card.
That's real.
I got the card, and I was like, I messaged him. I was like, yeah, that's 100% fake, but thank you so much for sending.
And how
my
much
money
did what did he refund you? What was the?
back. It was like $250.
Oh, so that's a costly card.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So, and I mean, I've gotten a couple of them. I buy from reputable sites. You know, if I'm going to buy from TCG Player, TCG Player has like a counterfeit backing. If I message them directly, if I think a card's fake, basically I can they'll send me an envelope. I send the card back. They refund me, no questions asked.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
So that's one of the safe features of buying from TCG Player. And then if I can't see the card in person, if I see the card in person, I'll know whether it's fake or real right off the rip. It's just, you know, time in the hobby, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You become more knowledgeable as the time goes on. Now the slabbies here, these are. We'll start with the biggest one of my collection.
Put this camera here, so as long as you show it.
This is the biggest card in my collection to date. This is a base set Charizard, Japanese base set Charizard, the first CGC Pristine 10 to ever be graded by CGC, and it is
really,
this is awesome. A huge card.
How much is that card worth?
Right now, probably 6,500, 7,000.
Oh wow, okay.
It's a big card.
Wow.
So yeah, that card
is okay. This is not the original Charizard that you had that you pulled.
No. My original Charizard's in my binder, which I'm going to show you guys.
This is something that you purchased. Did you purchase it already graded, or you graded it?
I purchased that graded. Yeah, the buddy of mine who provides sealed product for me.
How long ago did you purchase it?
That was part of his collection. I bought that probably 4 months ago.
Oh, so recently.
Yeah,
Okay.
recently.
And what did you spend?
Wow.
I bought that for about 5 Gs.
Wow.
So you're already up.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, look at this thing. It pops.
It does. Look at the Cosmos Hollow.
Wow.
That's the difference between the English version and the
you can
Japanese
see it.
version.
And as it reflects. Oh,
now, if that was English, that would be exponentially more
English is always going to be the top.
Wow.
Because it started in English, right?
Well, it depends on the card too. If it's if it's a Japanese only card, obviously that card's going to have so much more value. But yeah, I also brought so you can see the different graders. This is PSA. This is a first edition Pichu from Neo Genesis and a Near Mint 8. It's got a nasty little swirl above the head. And usually when you see comps for cards with swirls on them, they sell for a little bit more. That's a little bit more valuable than your standard Near Mint 8.
Wow. Yeah, I see that.
Because the holographic's a little more unique with that swirl above the head.
I think you know what I'm more fascinated about? Okay, like for example, when do you think this card was made? Around what year?
2000.
Okay. The fact that they were already thinking about adding this level of detail into this card then, because now it makes sense. Like, all right, it's a hot thing. Let's add like serial numbers or something, right? Like, I mean, some shoes even have like.
They knew what they had in their hand.
But it's like exactly, it's like they knew, and now it helps the market because if not, there'll be a lot more fakes.
Yeah,
you know, it'll be you have to have the machine and all that to do that. So it's pretty cool that they thought about that.
And Seth, I see here because you CGC, TCB, PSA. Like, what's your go-to grading? It just depend on the card.
So it's all personal preference. Like for personal collection, I actually enjoy the aesthetics of a CGC slab to PSA.
Okay.
But if you're selling graded cards, a more liquid option is PSA.
Okay.
They usually yield more value unless you get a pristine 10. A pristine 10 will outsell a PSA 10.
Anytime.
And then
95%.
That's because the grading is a little more critical.
Correct. It's much more critical.
Much more critical.
And how long does it take to get the card graded?
We're doing this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a cool, perfect time to talk about this. So I found my old binder I've been holding on to for years. I knew it was worth something because it's the original base set, right?
Not the one in the flood, right?
No, this actually was the only thing that survived the flood, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, okay? I left it in this vintage, beat up, old binder just because it meant something to me. And this were the only Pokemon cards that survived my flood, my house when I was a child. And I got a bunch of cards in here, and there's a bunch of cards missing. I think it was about 13, I want to say, Seth. I gave him the Seth because Seth's got the eye. He's been doing this. He knows it better than I. And I had him send them off for grading, the cards that he thought were worth being graded, right? And they're not cheap. It's not cheap to do so.
Yeah, how much does it cost?
So if you send in bulk, they offer like a bulk rate discount.
Okay.
But it can vary. If you get a high grade on a card, say your Charizard comes back at 10, you're going to pay an even bigger price because PSA wants a piece of that market value.
What?
Yes.
Whoa, how's that even fair?
It really does suck. But
so let's say it's a 10. What are we talking about? How much are you gonna have to pay?
So for example, I'm gonna show you another. This is the modern Grail right now. Okay, this is called the Moonbreon. This is if everybody's talking about a chase for right now to get out of packs, they don't make the packs are not being made anymore. This is the Moonbryon, basically an Umbreon VMAX. You can see the detail, and you'll see the texture on the card. Take a look at the textures of that card. It's like insane.
Is that another Eevee evolution they've added?
Yes.
Yeah,
So evolutions are crazy.
Yeah.
And that card is just first off, it's so hard to pull that card for one. But if you send this, say you were to send that card to PSA, right, and it gets a 10.
Mm-hmm.
PSA is going to upcharge you because the value of that card, PSA 10, is upwards of $3,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What they're gonna charge you? Like
They're going to charge you like $175 just to send it back to you.
Versus what?
versus how much is if it's not a
If it's not $18, $20.
that's crazy.
And could you tell them, hey, I don't need your grade, I'm going to take it? And then they're going to basically force your hand.
Well, they're going to take your they're going to take your $19 or whatever it is
And
that they're
not grade
charging
it.
at that time to grade both.
Yeah.
So okay,
Wow.
that's a little hustle they got going on over
Oh,
there.
they do.
Wow.
It's
But they set the market in
Really?
a lot of ways.
So, PSA's been doing it the longest. CGC's kind of newer into grading cards. They've graded comics for a while. Beckett is also a player in the market, but not as many people send to Beckett. Beckett's a tougher grader in general.
Mm-hmm.
But Beckett also yields, if you can get their black label, they yield the most value of any of the grading companies. So if you
Interesting.
happen to get a black label, which is they're basically pristine, CGC's pristine, except CGC pristine, you're allowed to have one. You'll see that on that subgrade that there's one 9.5 subgrade, which is the centering.
Centering.
Oh, so it
And
yeah,
you can
you
see
see
on
it's
the
a full
card,
category.
that would have been a 10.
It would have been a perfect 10.
There's levels amongst levels. It's not just
Yeah,
10.
yeah, no,
There's
that's
10
a
of it.
crazy
Yeah.
thing.
That's insane.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
PSA is more.
That's insane.
PSA doesn't have that. They have a Gem Mint 10, and that's what it is. They don't have a pristine or above.
I can see
above.
it's more towards the right a little bit.
Yeah,
And it's, I mean, we're talking about like
minuscule.
Yes.
And that's from the printer.
Yeah.
It's
Completely
not
out of your
because
hands.
I took it and put it in my pocket and
Yeah.
it shifted. You know.
So it's funny. I remember when I first got a card with this backing, right? I thought it was fake.
Yeah, because it was the Japanese.
Correct. I was like, what kind of bootleg thing is
Except
this?
you know that's the original.
Yeah.
Then I
Pocket
found out-
Monsters.
Yeah.
I don't have a
I
Pokemon.
was
It's
like,
a Pocket
what the
Monster.
heck is this?
I,
Wow,
call me nostalgic, call me biased, whatever you want. But like, and I know you just said this is the creme de la creme, but I don't think that this type of card, the style, holds a jockstrap to the original. I just
And
don't feel like it
that's
does.
personal preference, you know. That's
Yeah,
that's
personal preference.
That's where it comes to, you know. Everybody's got their, you know. I tell people collect what they like.
Mhm.
You'd be more of a vintage collector,
Yeah, 100%.
and that's it.
100%.
But the modern card market, I love the artwork. Like I brought quite a few. Like check out.
That's the 10 right there.
That's a pristine 10.
Holy
That's
moly.
basically my card's equivalent to that. But
I mean, I'll be
in
honest,
How come it's
Japanese,
purple?
and
Is
not
it-
I see a little more over here than over there, bro. What you talking about?
Is that normally purple Pokemon Power Energy Burn? Is that?
this right here?
Yeah, I thought that
It's
would
like
be
a light
black.
purple. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
is it
right
light
here,
purple?
look, right here.
Oh, it is. Like,
I never
wow,
knew that either.
I never realized that till now. That's the crazy thing.
And
And of
then
course,
it
it's a
says-
first edition.
Edition 1, so that's
Yeah,
how.
and you'll notice that all first editions are shadowless. I don't know if you guys know the difference between a shadowless base set
was
card.
that the
and a regular-
the remakes
So-
after?
So yeah, the unlimited prints, the ones without the first edition, usually don't have a shadowless tone to them. What happened is Pokemon started printing it with an effect of a shadow. So you'll see like a black line go around the border. And like for example, you put it in Photoshop, you can add shadowing to something, and it adds a little drop shadow. That's what was in it. So
Wow.
this is a creme de la creme. This is like a goated chase.
How much
like-
was this sold for?
I think 402.
402,000.
Yep.
A house, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, how many are you gonna find of that? That might be
Less
the
than
only
100.
one.
So-
I'd have to scan it. I don't even know. I'd have to scan the back. So
So
what's cool is
cool.
they come with these QR codes. You
Correct.
can scan, see the pop of the card.
Oh, so to tell you how many that have actually graded out to that.
Yeah, so if you got a card that's like the only pop, and you have the highest grade, of course that's going to have more value than anything.
Even if it's not a 10.
If it's a 9, I mean, I've seen the illustrators. There's so few of those Pokemon illustrators. The 9s still go for crazy money. I mean, that's
Illustrators.
it.
And to this day, that Charizard is the single most valuable
The
card you
Pikachu
have
illustrator.
in your whole
And
collection.
there's like 3 of them, no? Or there's multiple of them, or
Of-
no? Not the illustrator. Okay, what is it? Pull it up. The fat Pikachu's. What's that show on Netflix? What's it called again, Kayla? The Golden. They did a whole episode about them selling, Pokemon cards, and they sold these.
Oh yeah, jeez.
What the hell is
And they
this?
sold
I've
them
never
all
seen
together.
this.
Yeah, you've never seen these, and that's why they're crazy value.
Never heard of them. Isn't this from like tournaments?
Yeah.
That you had to win
Yeah,
this from
so if
tournaments?
you win them, these were from tournaments. that were
Pokemon
played.
trading card tournaments.
Yes, from back in the day,
Holy
people would win
crap.
these tournaments, get these cards, and now that they're grading them, it's like,
Yeah, because they're super rare.
yeah, you had to win a tournament. It's gold first play or
And those were only
First
ever
or
in
second
Japanese, or did they do English versions of that?
I believe.
It could have been Japanese.
To be honest, I wouldn't know that.
Because they're so rare. You don't ever see or hear
Yeah.
about these types.
I don't dabble in ultra like this. This is out of my
Super niche.
my budget.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
The one
Um,
kid that had one of this, because it was on Netflix, he had like 5. He won 5 tournaments, so he was okay with parting with one. And the mom's like, "Are you sure that's your price?" Like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure with that much money we're about to get."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
He's like, that's the real
Yes,
prize. Is the cash that I
Yeah, yeah. What I'm gonna do with that?
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow!" But yeah,
Lambo.
I never even heard of these things, and it's insane. That's just, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So, like I said, you got your modern chases. These are obviously vintage things that are crazy, but
I do got a question for you.
Mhm.
And you don't got to get too in depth. Which market would you say is bigger now? Because to me, when you say the word trading card, the first thing that comes into my mind is a baseball card. So the baseball market is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Pokemon surpassed them? We're just there, or we're getting there? when
I
it
think
comes?
they're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say surpass because
Because I feel like there's some big cards that are just Mickey Mantle and all this stuff.
you got to
and
remember
yeah.
those cards have been around
Yeah.
for
Correct,
way
correct.
longer than Pokemon.
I mean, if anything, they sped up really fast for the time period that Pokemon's been around.
Yeah.
They really have caught up.
Oh,
Really
yeah,
fast,
100%.
so-
Yeah, like I said, everything's values in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. The collector's driving that.
I might not find as much value in a Mickey Mantle card as somebody else
Yeah.
does.
I don't find. I'm gonna be honest. Even because even basketball, NBA, they're doing a pretty good job of like making these new cards. Now the ones that do draw my attention are the ones where they have like a little piece of the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And or I think I just saw it. Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank just recently bought
Yeah,
the Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Is a
he
card,
just started dabbling in the
and it's $12
collectibles.
million or something like that. He bought it. The guy probably he's like, I got to spend
Yeah.
money on something. But like that's a cool
Mr.
card.
Wonderful. Oh,
it's
man.
not just a picture on a card. It's like
Yeah.
actual Kobe's not here no more. You got Michael Jordan, on the card, physical piece from their uniform. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Or like the LeBron card. It was 1-on-1. It's like the Miami Heat, the Cavaliers, and the Lakers.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a championship part of his jersey, and that card was like worth $1 million off the rip. I think that was also on that show on Netflix. So
But that's something different. They never did that before. They never
No,
had
it's all
pieces
new.
jerseys. Yeah.
it's on you.
that's-
So in all terms, what I love about it is that you got to go behind the scenes of people that are pushing this. It's marketing, man. That's
Yeah.
all it is. So the company's like, how can we make money, right? And I mean, Pokemon doesn't just do trading cards, games, movies, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, it's working,
Yeah.
And then the hardest part is how do they keep it where the hype doesn't just die down, right? Like these Labubus that are going around.
Oh, my
I feel like that
gosh.
shit's gonna die down at some point.
Yeah.
But it's like they're kind of reinventing it and keeping it cool. And I don't know, and then they're really going after that nostalgic,
Yeah,
for us. So
and like they found out who they know who the popular Pokemon are, who people everybody knows Charizard, everybody knows Pikachu,
Yeah.
everybody loves Gengar.
Yep.
You know
Yeah.
that if I went to my website and I took a look at what was searched the most,
yeah,
I'd have the 5 most popular Pokemon there,
Yeah.
hands down. And Pokemon knows that.
yep,
They've got endless amounts of artists who can develop new like cards like that Umbreon that you see that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they've found a way to connect it with their current consumer base, which is parents of kids, and also people like me who find, and us who find nostalgic
Yeah.
nostalgia in opening the packs. So they've got their formula. They keep using their formula. The one thing I think that they're doing right now is they say they're printing a lot to meet demand.
Mhm.
I don't think they're printing completely to demand because they're able to create this almost FOMO-esque
yes.
Yeah.
of
I hope
I'm never going to get this product.
I'll be honest. I hope they don't have because one thing that I got into recently, just by pure like accident, Funko Pops.
Mhm.
and Funko Pops is a market for that.
Mhm.
But now I feel like they're printing too much. So like all
They're
the new ones
everywhere.
that look really cool, you're like, wow. You're like, oh yeah, but there's so many of them.
Mhm.
I'll still buy it, but it's just like, you know, you're not really gonna. Maybe in the future, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it might be
Yeah.
worth something when everybody throws it away. But it's just like the ones that everybody was going after because there wasn't so many, or they were limited, or like they have like the tournaments, or like you have to go to a trade show and get it. Those are the ones that people are going for because they're the chases of like, you know, they're very rare. But Funko Pops, I go to Target now, they're everywhere. And I'm just like, I kind of just like, I don't even want to buy it anymore because it's just like, this is one of like 1 million. It's too many of these, you know. So I think Pokemon, if they are saying they're printing more, I hope they don't saturate the market to the point where it's just like the value just goes rock bottom. And
Yeah, and you know, a lot more people like to collect because they don't realize it. A lot of people will complain and say, "Oh, you know, I hate that the scalpers are here now. I hate this. I hate that." The scalpers are bringing value to your cards, to be honest with
the
you.
scalpers
If you think
are
about
They'll
it.
always be there.
They're
They'll
always
Exactly,
be
they're
there.
always going to be there.
if anything, it helps the market in a way because they brought that hype, like something hot. The fact that they're always going to be there because there's money to be made.
Exactly.
So
If
no
there's
matter
the only
what.
way to eliminate them is to eliminate the market, and then what? There's no
There's
value.
scalpers for shoes. There's scalpers even for the Labubu thing that's going on. There's a guy I follow on TikTok, and I don't know how he gets his product, but he literally will meet up with you, open up his trunk, and he'll be like, "All right, how much for this little Labubu? $300." And I'm like, "What?" And he has the people that are paying for it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and then why are they paying for it? Because of the hype.
It is.
And then and a lot of times the person that's buying is mommy and daddy because their son or their daughter want it. You don't want them to be left out of school without a Labubu.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mr.
all right,
Wonderful had a Labubu. I saw a
He
video
did?
with him. He's got his little. It might be a Gucci. I think it might have been a Gucci Labubu or something
I almost
like
had a
that.
spring
Crazy.
Labubu, but I feel like we got gypped. me and Kayla went to. They just had a thing
Steak and
recently.
Shake.
Steak and Shake had a promo where on August 4th, you buy. Well, supposedly you don't have to buy anything. You get a ticket and then you scan that QR code and they'll tell you yes or no, and they'll give it to you right then and there. They had 100,000 Labubus. Well, I feel like they just took my money because we went there and then the machine wasn't working and the guy's like, come back tomorrow. Long story short, they got my money. I ate Steak and Shake and like I haven't eaten in like 20, probably not 20, but like 10 years I haven't ate Steak and Shake. And I was just like, man, they got me, bro. They got me.
They got me.
Hey, at least you had them beef tallow fries.
They weren't all that.
Now we just need the Josh Eats review.
Yeah, I don't know, yo. I don't know Steak and Shake.
I haven't been to Steak and Shake in years. Last time I went, the service was terrible. We're gonna go in there and see if they're certified.
Well, before we rip
move.
some of these packs, I wanted to do a little rapid fire with you. Feel free to jump in.
Yeah.
All right? So I'm just gonna ask you questions, just kind of first thought on top of your head. You don't got no
I'll do my
explanation.
best.
Like in the lightning, it's like the lightning round
Yeah,
of
just
hot
lightning
ones.
round. So-
Yeah.
That's my worst. All right.
Some you might give a little explanation because you want to, but you don't have to. All right, so we'll start with something easy. Favorite Pokemon?
Typhlosion.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Okay, so it was an original generation.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Most expensive card that you owned?
Definitely that Charizard right there. That pristine
Yeah?
Tenzar. Yep.
Ooh.
Most expensive card that you gave away too early, or either you sold it or traded it, and you're like, damn it, I lost out on the value of that card exploding.
I recently sold Koro Mew PSA 10, Shining Mew. I sold it for $4,200,
Okay.
and it's probably closer to like 6-7 now.
Wow.
Damn.
And that's a matter of like 4 months.
That's
Wow.
crazy, Seth.
But I mean, just like the market, you can't time the market. It's just, that's how it
Wow.
is, man. I bought it at a good price. I collect some Mews, but I prefer a pristine 10 Mew, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have a collection at home of pristine 10 Mews from modern times, and I do have my ancient Mew that got an 8 right next to it. But you can't time the market.
Wow.
And the money that I made on that card went to buying more inventory and growing the business. So
All right. If money wasn't an issue, you can buy 3 cards right now. What 3 cards would they be that you don't own?
that I don't own.
Yeah.
Money's not an issue.
I would definitely get the Gengar promo. If I could get a black label Gengar promo, the one that you have to submit in, I forget the exact name of the card, but that card is just so sick, and it's so like there were so few of them that I would love to have that card, and it looks very aesthetically appealing.
Mm-hmm.
waiting for a Typhlosion card to come out that I love, other than the one that just got released, which is actually in the box that we're gonna rip if we pull it.
Wait,
we'll see.
What? No kidding.
That's the newest artwork that came out for Typhlosion. I have graded it. I'm trying to get it a pristine 10. Haven't gotten it back in a pristine 10 yet. I want that a pristine 10. That's not an expensive card now, but
It's personal preference, though.
Yeah,
That's what you said first.
Yeah, of course.
And then this is tough. The third one that I don't have, because I have
Gengar, we got Typhlosion.
I haven't even shown you guys over here.
No, we'll take a look at those in a second.
Maybe an original card from the original set. You have them all.
I have them all.
You have the 151? Or all of them?
Yeah, I brought it. It's here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna show you guys my master sets. That's what's next.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's another card that I would.
Maybe one of those fat Pikachu's.
I personally wouldn't have any interest in it other than that it's valuable.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not like, it wouldn't go in my collection.
Yeah.
I thought that being that was the first pristine 10 to grade, and you could verify it with scanning the back of the card.
That's
I
awesome.
was like, that's the first one. I gotta have that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
100%.
I'm gonna give you those two because those are the
that's
only
fine.
two that I really like.
That's
love.
fine. That's fine. It's always good. Awesome. You got any questions?
Yeah. So when you first started, right? You played your first Pokemon Game Boy game. Obviously Typhlosion. Were you Charmander guy, or did you go with Squirtle?
I went with Charmander.
Okay.
But I actually preferred playing the yellow version versus red and blue because you could get all three of the starters. You can balance your lineup and all that jazz. As I played the game, I learned, you don't want to. Everybody would use just the one Pokemon to level them up and just beat the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of want to balance it and like have a Pokemon that can hop in and fight. The grass. The grass.
I love
Pokemon,
that too.
I want to use that.
I love that too. It made the game a lot easier when you had the weaknesses and the strengths, and you had a well-rounded team.
Balance it up. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So like it made it that much more fun to try to complete the game that way.
Yeah.
So
what about Legendary Bird? What was your favorite of the original? The original three. We got Zapdos, we got Articuno, and Moltres.
I'm going to go with Zapdos.
Okay.
Because I have a memory. My brother used to work at KB Toys back in the day.
Oh, KB Toys.
That's
wow.
great. Wow, what a
KB
blast
Toys.
from the past.
And he bought I went in to visit him, and I was like, can you get me a pack of Pokemon? And he's like, I'll bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother's a teenager at this time. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Let me just get this pack. Brings it home. I open the pack, and there's a Zapdos Holo in the pack.
What?
So because of that memory, I have an attachment to Zapdos. And definitely my favorite of the three.
Okay. So sticking to the original, Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan?
I'm not a feet guy, man. I got to go with Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
I'm a baseball player at heart, so if it was soccer, I can't do this stuff, man.
That's funny.
Can't do it.
I actually loved Hitmonlee. I think he was the more powerful of the two, from what I remember. He had a really strong move, so I love that. And then, what about? Were you one of those guys that had to have a Gyarados? Did you flop around with that Magikarp all day long?
Oh, dude, especially in the gold and silver version, man. I would put my Magikarp in and like level him up, switch over to my other Pokemon. I would literally go through the grass for hours, not even fight trainers, just fight Pokemon to level this bastard up. And I'd get my Gyarados and I'd be like, got my water Pokemon, we're good.
So let me ask you this. Now, in the original Pokemon games, obviously you had the Prima Guide, but we didn't really have the internet like we do today. What was the moment in the original game, Red, Blue, or even Yellow, where it was just like you were stuck? You were stuck. You couldn't get past it, right? I'll give you an example. The Sylph Scope, right, where you needed that to see the ghost Pokemon. That was a huge one for me. I bumped my head on that thing forever, right? Snorlax, right, blocking the route. You had to get the flute.
Yep.
Like, what was your stopgap? Do you remember that was like?
It actually wasn't in the first three. The first three I figured out pretty well. It was gold version where I couldn't get out of the first cave you got into.
Cave, oh my god!
It was dark, and I was like, who do I have to speak to get flash?
Hours in this cave.
I know what you're talking about.
So I was like, what the hell? I can't. And actually, now that in the first three games, I did get stuck in that cave. Now that I think about it, the one where you would get the Zapdos in the electrical building. I was like, I can't get through this stupid cave because there's so many places to go through. And you find a ladder, it leads you back to the front. You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
No,
question.
that's
I like
true.
that.
Yeah, man. I had to throw a few of them out
That
there.
was good.
That was fun, though. Like, I loved those Pokemon games. Again, some of the fondest memories I have of gaming were on the damn Game Boy with the little light and whatnot. So I really love it. And for me, like with the legendary birds, I was definitely always a Zapdos person, too. Like, and you'll see it in my card collection right here. I have a ton of, you've seen it, like 3 or 4 different Zapdos.
Yeah, I think I graded one of your Zapdos too.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's exciting.
So we're still waiting for them to return to grade.
So they are in the assembly phase now.
How long has it been?
What was
April?
it? You gave it to me 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was April, dude.
April, May.
So what they'll do is they'll tell you before they ship it out, like, hey.
Yeah, so basically you ship it out. It's going to sit there for a little bit. Then they'll tell you, oh, I went to the grading room. Cool. Then after the grading room, it's like, oh, they're up for assembly. So now they're putting now they're taking the slabs, they're putting the card in there, and they're putting the label in on top and mashing it together.
And that's where we're at right now.
That's where we're at right now. I would assume it'll be back next week, but you never know. They could be stuck in assembly.
Didn't they say October?
Yeah, so they do give you an estimated wait time. It says October 30th.
Okay.
But last time PSA was actually pretty fast. The last time I sent to them, and they got it back to me a month and a half earlier than the designated time. Which, for PSA, I never count on them to be on time.
Okay.
Never count on them. That's why a lot of this business is cash management and being able to appropriately, not over leverage yourself with credit cards and stuff like that to be able to pick up the merchandise that you need and capitalize on the opportunities when somebody says, hey, I want to sell you a collection. I'd love to buy the collection because you never know what's in the collection,
Yeah.
You look through it, you see some good cards. If I look at them under what I'm looking at, if it looks good for a grade, I'll send it to grade. So you can make even more off the collection versus just selling it raw. So
the only good thing is that obviously if they do charge you extras because it was a damn good grade, you're making good money on it.
Correct.
Regardless.
Yeah.
The only thing is they got their hand in the pot. Cookie jar.
I had an Umbreon, Moonbreon that I bought. It was an AGS, which is a newer grading company. They're not as well known. They started up after COVID, but they're all AI grading.
What?
Yeah, so they basically take scans of your cards, and then they give you
AI
a grade.
grading.
Yeah.
So is it more critical?
Is it an app or something that you download, or they do it?
They have an app,
Okay.
but no, you send them the cards. They take a laser and scan it. They actually have in Wynwood a place called Collectors Club. I haven't gone there yet, but they'll grade your cards in person there. Give you an AI grade.
So I know I'm taking a Wynwood in my next food review.
You can check it out. I mean,
we're both riding out, bro.
It's a pretty cool place.
The only thing is that it's not going to be an official grade per se.
It's an official grade, but it's not. AGS is not as well known as the other grading companies. So, like, PSA's been around forever. Why do people trust PSA? It's because they've been in the game for so long. It's the brand, It's the brand. CGC 10s, even though they have the exact CGC 10 has the exact same grading standards as PSA when it comes to a Gem Mint 10. But a PSA 10 will sell quicker and oftentimes does sell for more money. Now, I have seen some 10s from CGC sell for more, but it really depends on the card.
It's Pepsi, Coca-Cola is what it is.
Exactly.
No, that makes
and
sense.
as they grade more cards, as they stay in the grading industry, then we'll see it,
longevity.
The longevity.
Now, I do have some cards that I want you to tell me if they're going to be worth anything. I don't know if you remember where these cards came from.
I don't. He does.
This was a collab with McDonald's.
Ah.
A collab with McDonald's, and which I thought it was pretty interesting because they even give you this little thing, but yeah, so oh, there's one more.
Oh, you got the Totodile Hollow. Nice.
Even though to me the Hollow that reminded me of the bootleg cards because it's just so sparkly.
No, it's funny. I just sold from this exact set. I sold a Snivy. Not the most expensive card. I sold it for like $15, graded CGC. There's a lot of budget collectors. I do cater to, collectors of all budgets.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be the guy who's got, $700 cards because then you don't do volume. You don't connect with an audience.
Yep.
I have a very...
You're selling to the minority at that point.
I got to have a good mix of products.
Something for everyone.
Correct. And that's how you get more engagement, and that's how I've turned it into what it is now.
You blown up, brother. You blown up. I watched. I'll never forget when you first started doing it. We were playing Call of Duty. You're like, hey, man, I'm going to jump on the stream. I remember being one of the only people in there, and you were just mainly engaging with me. And then, I jumped in there the other day, and I was like, wow, this guy, he don't need me no more.
it was crazy. I remember, so the weekend I came back from my Europe trip with my wife, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream Friday night. She was at work, and I started showing off individual slabs. Like I wasn't doing like individual slabs and putting them up for a price because TikTok wouldn't allow it at first.
Correct.
All of a sudden, they made it so that I was one of the exclusive people who could sell slabs on the app.
Oh wow.
So all I had to do was take pictures, get them onto my website, and then sync them to TikTok. And then boom, I could put the slab on display, and then I could show the price of what it was, and they could buy it right there on the app.
Oh wow.
So I was like, all right, we're gonna test this out. So I started doing that, and the first day I did, I streamed for like 3 hours. And this is when it blew up. Before it was like I would do decent sales. I did like $3,500.
Holy shit. That's a lot of money right there.
And I was like, my wife came home and I had tables full of orders. And
She's like, what's going on?
And I turned around and I was like, we had a good stream.
That's awesome.
And I was like, I think I figured out the TikTok algorithm. I figured out what I had to do. And I was like, all right, one time, maybe I just got lucky.
Yeah. Got lightning in the bottle.
Let me do it again Saturday. Got on Saturday, did another $4,000.
Holy shit.
It was like, okay, third time's the charm. If I did it, I figured this shit out.
Yeah.
Got on Sunday and did $4,500. So I had like a $10,000 weekend, and I was like, I sat down for dinner with my wife, and I literally had tears in my eyes because I was like, I did it, babe. I figured this out. I figured out the TikTok algo. My followers were jumping like crazy.
Yeah.
I picked up on the stream alone, I was picking up like 150, 200 followers at a time.
Wow.
That's wild.
Unfortunately, TikTok has since changed their algorithm because
TikTok
of what's happened.
It's on a little hiatus, and ever since that pause, the political pause, they stopped
have
it.
changed.
It messed up the
They
algorithm.
took the algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they want to keep it proprietary.
They're constantly
in China.
changing it.
They want to keep that algorithm that was working in China solely, I'm sure, because they're going to have to sell it in the US.
Yeah.
And I mean, unfortunately, my business did suffer a little bit. I still have a great following. I still have, I still make good sales. I'll never see, I might never see that kind of spike like I did, but it was so cool to see it. And I was like, it's really an emotional thing when it happens. I was like, when I was sitting there at dinner with my wife, I just started having tears about it. She was like, you did it. That's awesome. It's so nice to have that feeling.
I'm pretty sure that night was a steak dinner.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you attribute that just to solely to you were one of the exclusive people selling slabs? It was just a timing thing. Like when you said you cracked the algorithm, or at least what it was. What do you mainly attribute that to? Like, did you kept casting your rod out there?
At the time, the algorithm was pretty simple for TikTok Shop, and if I could get people to click the checkout cart, then they would put more people into my stream. Okay. I just had to have them clicking the cart. So how I got them to click the cart, I would just put up a different slab, and I would slowly grow my cart to a certain. You could list up to 100 products. So I'd start with 0, and I'd slowly go up, and people would take a look at the price.
Engagement.
And
it's like comment, engagement. Yeah.
So they'd be engaged. So I figured out that was what they wanted to see. Since it's not the same thing anymore. They've changed the algorithm.
You had them hooked. And what would you say you peaked in terms of viewers at a time simultaneously?
I think I had 198 live viewers at one. I have a picture of it in my phone somewhere.
Wow. So we'll say about 200.
Yeah, close to 200 live viewers, and people. I mean, my slabs were flying. I was like, I couldn't believe I had so many good slabs, and they were all just like every second. I'm like order, and I'm like, dude. And everybody who's in the stream is like, we're so happy we found you because everybody else does these mystery packs. Yeah. And there's you can't buy what you like. Mm-hmm. That's what I stuck to. I was like, I'm a collector. I want to buy what I like. If I go into a mystery slab, half the time you're not getting the value back because these, the way they do it is they put 50 bags together. They put one really big chase in there, and then everything else is just kind of to make up the value so that they sell a lot.
That's so cool.
And I didn't like that style, so I changed it a little bit and put it and just made it so that people buy individual slabs, and people loved it, and it took off. And now I've got customers who every time people are messaging me every time I got the PSA order out right now, when did the PSA slabs come in? When did the
Wow.
CGC slabs come in?
That's awesome, man.
When did the new slabs come in? I don't want, like, because I have stuff on my site that
Yeah,
still
yeah.
sells, but it's not what they want.
Correct.
You did something to differentiate yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Exactly.
telling me.
Exactly.
And it's not like it just happened. You were doing this for
Yeah.
years at
Yeah.
this point when this finally happened,
Yeah.
right, Seth?
Yep.
So it just kind of goes to show you, man. It's like that again, that picture, right, with somebody mining deep in the ground, and it's like he finally quits. And all he had to do was go another couple
little
inches,
deeper.
a few more feet. Yeah,
That's
a little
it.
deeper, right?
Mhm.
And there was the gold. And the fact that you had that aha moment is amazing. And I kind of get where you're coming from with that because, I've started up my food influencing a couple months ago. And I just had, I was just telling you before we came on the air here that I had a video that's now about to tick over 100,000 views. And it's going to be my second one. You know what I mean? So I'm like, obviously I'm not profiting off of it, but to see that I actually am finding the algorithm, I'm able to put content out there that people like and they love.
Yep.
Everything's going to come in time. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I was just telling my fiance the other day, I'm like, I'm doing this. Like I am doing this.
Yeah.
I can feel it. You know what I mean? And I keep getting these little signals and little things along the way. They're telling you, keep going, keep going. And you know what? And one thing I notice, it keeps getting harder. It keeps
Yeah.
getting harder,
Yep.
right? And I'm sure you can.
Yep.
You
and you
feel
gotta
me.
you gotta find you gotta adjust. You gotta,
and you have your peaks and valleys,
Mhm.
but you just got to stay on.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it.
So
That's
I am the
100%.
prize. So I love that, Seth, and the fact that you shared that with me is really cool because I do know what that feeling is, and it's like a dopamine
All I can
rush
say
like
is
you
just
never had.
keep going.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, the only question I have is, are we going to look at your cards or we're going to rip some packs?
Let-
Which one you-
Yeah.
Let's start with your childhood stuff
Let's-
here,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the ripping of the packs.
Let's do this.
So this
You want me to
is,
hold it? Kurt, or you got it? You got it?
Yeah.
if you look on the side, that's all custom.
Okay. Perfect. Yep.
You got to hit record.
Okay.
If you look on the side, it's all that's actually a custom.
This is a very nice binder.
It shows it's got base set, jungle,
This is not
fossil,
the one my dad got.
base set.
Woo, this is the original 151.
Yeah, so this is your original base set.
And it's correct, Machamp is the one that was like the most printed.
Yeah,
card.
because
Yeah.
they had it in the first.
They're all first edition, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they had it in the play set that you could get.
Wow, this is incredible.
So this is your full master set of
Mhm.
base set, along with your jungle is going
Wow.
to come up. But you can see all the hollows that are in there. Some
I've
of them
always
are.
been connected
are
with that.
Beedrill. Dragonair. That Dragonair was
That
badass.
Zapdos is the one I pulled.
Yeah?
Really?
The Charizard that's in there
Is
is
that
the
the
one I
original?
pulled. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. This is insane.
This is so cool.
I mean,
Trip down memory lane.
yeah.
To me, to
this
see,
is-
and it's crazy. You know what? I've actually like hitting the feels a lot more in nostalgia is actually not the fully evolved ones. The other
Yes,
ones along the
yes,
way.
correct.
You know what I mean?
Because you see the evolved ones all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Online.
Yeah.
But like this, like the Pokedex.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And at the end of it, you'll see I do have some promos that you might not have seen. Like,
Jolt. Wow, bro.
Yeah, Jolteon's badass. Yep.
Mr. Bro. This is.
oh wait, the Shadowless. This is a Shadowless card, so I'll show you the difference. You see how this?
Oh,
Yeah,
and
the
then
border.
you have
The
the
border.
shadow here.
Yeah.
That's how you can see the difference. So
Look
those
at
are
that.
promos.
I've never seen that. Zapdos.
You guys see that?
Those are
That's
those
a
are legendary
promo one?
bird promos. Yep.
Yep.
Look at the Pikachu. The fly. I think I had that one at one point.
Flying Pikachu. That is awesome. That is freaking awesome.
Wow.
Victory Bell. Look at that.
This is insane, dude. This is. What would you say this entire set is worth? Because you have it completed, right?
Yeah, the entire set. Right now, I haven't seen what the fluctuations are recently,
You.
but
Dragonite. I remember I had a dragon. Oh, Aerodactyl.
So let me
depending
ask.
on conditions, it's all dependent on conditions.
Would you ever get a card graded that wasn't a holographic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's certain cards, like for example, it's funny. Not this Ghastly. There's a
Mhm.
Ghastly from base set that I
Mhm.
had. That was like, I was like, this is gonna 10, 100%.
Yeah.
And the Ghastly,
Another Charizard.
if it tens,
Mm-hmm.
it's worth like $200-300. So
Wow.
That's insane, dude.
So I've
That's
been
insane.
wanting to buy a Charizard myself. Does not have to be a 10, but I wanted a slab because I just for my personal
There's
collection.
Lickitung. Ah!
you'd be shook at how many of those same Zards I have in like 4, 5, 6. I have so many of them.
Yeah,
Yep.
Pikachu. There it is. That's the Pikachu. I
Look
remember.
at Vulpix.
We're scratching the surface of,
This is
of what I,
insane,
what
dude.
I have.
This is insane.
Energy. What's that guy's name? What's that YouTuber that goes Energy?
Oh yeah.
Dark Dragonite, Dark
Uh,
Blastoise.
Leon Hart.
Yeah, Leon Hart.
Yeah. He's like Energy.
This is your Team
He
Rocket
pulled-
set?
Yep.
Yeah. Did those come out immediately, the dark ones, or was that something that came out later?
No, so the first sets that came out were your base, jungle, and fossil, and
Okay,
then
so-
Team Rocket followed afterwards.
Okay, yep, the
Yeah,
fossils.
I have
okay.
the way I set up my master sets is when the cards came out.
Newest, so you had the newest,
Yeah.
and these are the late. Wow, look at that crazy
Wow.
Mewtwo.
That's
you
the
got, right?
okay.
Mewtwo,
So
dude.
this is the first secret rare that they ever created. You see the number here?
Yes.
Yeah.
83 out of 82.
What?
So any card. That's when they came up with the secret rare concept.
Yeah, they were
of
like-
this card is not within the standard set. If you find this, you found the secret rare, and those became like hot cards.
And that's why it was number 83.
So now there's so many. Like for example, take a look at the Moonbreon. What does it say on the bottom there?
It says 215 to 203.
So it's number 215 out of a set of 203. It's a secret rare card.
Wow.
And like any individual set can have a number of secret rare cards. That's
Yep.
kind of how they do it.
So this is my new. This is the modern Grail set for me. This is Pokemon
Do
151.
it from there.
English. This is my favorite modern set
This is
because
the
it
modern.
features. Yes, this features.
Oh
Now-
yeah, this is all the ZX stuff and everything.
Oh wow! So it's the originals,
It's
but
the-
it's a modernized
It's
version.
only
of
the original
originals.
151 Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna have to actually check these out.
So a master set nowadays includes the regular card,
Mm-hmm.
the reverse foil of the card as well. So you'll see a regular and then the reverse foil.
That's wild.
And then as it goes on, every piece of the set is complete.
Obviously, you can see the graphics have really improved. You know, like they made it
Yeah.
really more dramatic.
And also you'll notice the difference in modern sets now. The borders, they're now silver
Yep.
instead of yellow.
Oh wow, that's really freaking cool.
Wow, this is completed too.
This is fully complete. As you keep going, once you get past when you see Mew EX, then you'll start getting into the trainers, and then you'll see the secret rares. And the secret rares they cook.
Wow.
They call the Charizard from this set the secret rare, the Sunzard.
Sunzard, bro. These graphics are insane.
Yes.
I haven't seen some of these cards.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't seen the
Look at
majority of
Mew.
these.
Oh, wow. That
What are, like-
Mewtwo. Yeah, Mewtwo, dude. Something.
That's cool because they actually have the Helix fossil and
Yeah.
the old Amber. You actually collected in the games.
Mm-hmm.
They were never on a card, correct?
Exactly. Now here's your art rares. These are art
Bro, look
or
at all this.
illustration rares, I should say.
Wow.
Oops.
Those are badass.
Look at that's insane. It's like a.
And they're all like a very
There's your big three.
distinctive.
Your Venusaur. Look how colorful they made the Venusaur. And then you got your Sunzard.
Yeah,
The
that's the one
Sunzard
I
because he's
like, yeah.
flying across the sun. And I'm going to show you guys one of the coolest parts about
Oh,
modern
man.
artwork is what they're doing to connect the cards.
Well, you can. It's like artwork that connects.
Yeah, check this out.
Where you could put them all together, probably, right?
Charmander, and what?
Oh wow, I see. I already
So
see.
take a
what-
look at this. Let's get these off.
Mhm.
We're going to do your full art.
It's almost like a
See how it
comic in a way.
connects?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And you have the full artwork of the card. So you have cards that connect. And that's what they're able to do with the modern cards that they
That's
didn't do with the vintage.
crazy.
And that's why
Wow.
it's so cool to me, these modern cards. I think
Yeah, they
they're
really
so
took
much,
it up on the
they're
next
so
level.
much different than the vintage cards. And I'm like, dude, there's so much more depth to it. And
Yeah.
I just love it.
And these cards are pretty valuable, you would say,
Yes.
because of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because you can
This
buy
card-
new packs of
this
these. You
card
can't
right
buy
here-
new packs of the old
This
ones.
card raw, 215
Wow.
bucks.
Wow. So you can't. Basically, you could buy sets of these still sealed.
Yes.
Where you can't buy the original, they're gone.
I mean, you could buy them. They're just crazy
Too
expensive. Yeah.
And
So-
you would still say that there's still a few out there floating around from the original that are
Oh, there's-
unopened.
There's a lot, and I do have a theory that they're still printing them
They got to
behind the closed
be. They
doors.
got to
what I
be.
was
There's just
thinking.
no way, Seth.
But the only thing is like, if we wanted to check the forensic printing on it, could we? That's because like what happened with CGC.
Yeah.
I would love to see if they're
Or
modern.
maybe
or not.
the ink, how old, this is
Yeah, there's a way.
wow.
That's what I'm wondering about, Seth.
Yeah.
That's $1 million question, quite literally.
All right, so let's get into ripping.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
Japanese
explain what ripping is. For the ones that don't
ripping's
know.
a culture. All right.
You guys heard it
Okay.
here.
Nah, ripping is ripping open the packs to see what you get and just enjoy the fun that comes with getting a chase.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to be cool about this set is because Japanese comes with guaranteed hits in them.
Okay.
Um,
Shout out Japan.
Yeah.
So what happens in these boxes? It comes with 30 packs.
Mhm.
All right. You're gonna get 3 art rares. So like the Charmander, Charmeleon I just showed you guys.
Yeah.
You'll get 3 of the cards that look just like that from this set.
Okay.
And
So
then
it's the same type of cards, or just Japanese that you just showed us?
correct.
Okay.
And then you also get a chance at a secret rare or better. It's guaranteed 1 secret rare or better. It could be a trainer. It could be a crazy artwork card. There is a Garchomp in here, which has Cynthia, who is a very popular trainer.
Mhm.
If you guys haven't played the modern
Cynthia?
games.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, so Cynthia's Garchomp in, what game was it that I played? Sapphire? The whole game was simple. Then you get to Cynthia's Garchomp and you can't beat the fucking Garchomp. It's just too strong.
Yeah.
So very, very popular. You also have Ethan's Ho-Oh in this, which
Mhm.
is another very prominent artwork card. So maybe we'll pull one of those today.
Okay.
Maybe we'll not. But I'll tell
Yeah.
you guys what the secret rare is when we do it. We're going to take 10 packs each.
How many
Okay.
packs are in there?
30.
There's 30.
30,
Oh,
so
we're
we're
going
each
to do
gonna
10
reach
packs
10.
each. They
wow.
each has 5 cards in each. So you got
Do we need a pair of scissors
Key?
or something?
I do have my keys. I can do.
We got scissors. I don't want to mess up. Whatever, it don't matter.
Nah, it's just a
This
box.
is old school right
This is
here.
easy.
Let's see the man do it.
Very simple. You just get a little hole in it,
This is Seth certified, y'all. Oh
and you
yeah.
just tear there, rip open, and we're gonna get to business.
Wow, that is so
I mean,
cool.
I even want to like keep the box.
Yeah,
It looks so
the
cool.
box
Keep the
is
box.
badass.
'Cause it looks so cool, you know, like this is.
And it
So
pops
this is what they
open.
sell in the retail store. They
Wow.
set it up and
Yep.
boom, boom, boom.
They'll
That's
sell
it.
individual packs.
Holy
so
shit. Damn, I haven't ripped
So,
a pack.
pull them out, divvy
Yeah.
up 10
All right,
each.
guys.
Step
and we're gonna
along.
rip.
You thought this was free? We're gonna be selling these for $5 each. So, hit the link in the bio, and we'll open them up here.
Your very first unfiltered auction, y'all.
Oh, we need somebody to go in on this pack. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, so they're all.
Yeah, you dump them bad boys out. Ooh. So I'll start counting out 10.
And then these are sleeves and top loaders. I came prepared.
Oh yeah, so
We need to pull some bangers. We're gonna want to put them. You put them in a soft sleeve first, and then
Yep.
you put them in the top loader after.
1, 2, 3, 4,
All right, I have
5,
10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
boom, boom, boom. Okay.
All right.
So
Pretty
I
simple.
want to watch you. I'm gonna watch the man.
All
with
right.
the plan here.
Teach you guys how to rip simple
Mm-hmm.
from the top. Just force it. Comes right off.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's
I
the
see
trick? What's the trick when it comes to it?
So what on this? 1 to the front. Your hit would
One-
be in the back if you get a hit.
1 to the front,
Mm-hmm.
and then flip it over,
Flip it over.
and then the hit it won't be there. It'll be at the back. Now.
It'll be at the back now if you get one. Not every pack's gonna have a hit in Japanese. We got Josh taking his time over there.
Yep. Sorry, ladies and
he didn't
gentlemen.
get the.
You get the memo.
You get the
No,
memo.
No, I didn't, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna take. You said we're gonna take this card.
Yep. Take that card. Put it to the front,
Okay.
and then flip.
And
And let's
flip.
see what we got. Got a Misty side up.
So I don't even know these.
You
guys.
should be able to know some of them.
What?
Oh, that's the hit.
That's the hit.
That's
Bro.
on the back. That's one of the hits on the. That's a regular EX. So that's an Ethan's Ho-Oh.
Wow.
So you put.
You
I don't.
pull that
you-
out the back.
Yeah, you're supposed to go from the front to the back.
Oh.
Oh,
I
you started
tripped.
going this way?
Newbie.
No,
Yeah.
this way.
Newbie.
Rookie mistake, but it worked out.
Hey,
Wow.
so you throw that in the sleeve.
Yeah.
I don't know, I got the
Yep,
Call
I got
of Duty,
this. I'll start doing
Call
this,
of Duty
guys.
laser over here. I don't know what.
Oh
this
yeah,
is.
that catcher.
I think that's a Magmar or something like that. or-
Slugma.
Slugma.
Oh, I got an Ethan's Typhlosion. Speaking of Typhlosion,
What?
it's just a regular hollow. This was not crazy, but,
But still,
That's still freaking cool though, Seth. What?
So-
I got this little guy.
Oh, there you go. You got an art rare, an Electrike.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
shit.
Sleeve
see?
it up, and that one will get a top loader.
All right,
Wow.
bidding starts now. All right.
You guys see it?
So far,
Y'all see it?
Christian's got the win.
Win.
This
Okay.
is.
You're winning the pack battle right
This
now.
is pretty cool.
Wow. That is awesome. I'm actually gonna put that bad boy right here.
Hey, you know what? I like to make a mess, so we're gonna
Yeah.
gonna
All
put,
right.
on-
All
put
right.
the ripping stuff on the floor.
I like that.
Pick
one.
that shit up later.
So
Alright,
you want me
yeah.
to just stack all these up, the regular cards?
Yeah, regular
Yeah,
cards
don't
just put in the
matter.
middle,
Yep. Let's do that. Boom. All right.
and then let's do another one.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting first round there,
go.
Seth.
All right, so this time, Josh, take a
Yep.
look. One to the front. Your
Yep.
back card's gonna be your hit, so you don't want to show that first.
Okay.
And then, like when I'm on camera, I got the phone here. I'm looking over it. I literally just.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'll show you how fast I do it. I'm like,
Mhm.
Hollow Zorora. Boom.
Wow.
Whoa, what is this?
What we get? Oh, a regular. That's a Yon Mega EX. So that's a double rare. You see that on the bottom? They'll show you the
Ooh, is that a Misty Psyduck?
Let's go! That's a big card. Yeah, let's go.
What?
Get your dirty hands off me.
Hell yeah. Top load that bitch.
That's badass, Seth. What?
Yep.
I knew it the second I saw it. I'm like, wait a second.
Misty Psyduck. So that's one of the bigger
You sure
art
you don't want
rares in the
the
set.
So what would you say off the top of your head this thing could be worth?
I mean, raw right now, it's a new card. So
Yeah.
it's probably like 14, 15 bucks raw.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
But if you grade it, Japanese typically grades better because their print quality is better than English.
Makes sense.
If I sent that to CGC, I got a pristine 10, you'd probably get like 60 to 70 bucks for it.
Wow.
What you said? This one.
Wow.
This one you put in a sleeve.
Okay.
I would just keep it in a regular
Yeah.
sleeve. Yeah.
So with this, what did this whole pack cost you?
The box itself, market for it is about $76.
Oh, so we're already broken even.
We're close.
We're close. Yeah.
Which is the card to get on this?
So you want to get, there's an secret art rare is what they call it. It's an SAR. So the rarities are on the bottom. So you'll see the letter here. This is R. That's a hollow rare.
Uh-huh.
The 2 R's is a double rare. AR means art rare. And then if you get an SAR, that's a secret art rare. Those are typically the ones that wield like
SAR is what we're looking
big
for. We're looking for that
money.
star.
SAR,
ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, You guys heard it here.
Let's get it.
Wow, I feel like a kid again. I really, really do.
What do we
All
got,
right, so
gentlemen?
you first, Seth. What do you
All
got?
right.
Let's do this.
I got a Quilava. Hey, another hollow Hydrapple. I got 3 hollows in a row.
I think I got gypped on this one. I don't know who my man is.
That's the judge.
The
Judgment
judge.
Day.
I don't know who my man is. Right?
Okay, so I'm not guaranteed a holographic then, correct?
No.
No.
Okay.
If you got
So I got a
nothing-
Rapidash?
Rapidash.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. You seen what it was? I pulled one in the first 2, I thought.
There you go. You had the hot hand.
Yeah.
Hot hand. So we pulled 2 art rares. There will be 1 more art rare guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Somebody's gonna get it.
Minimum.
In that pack.
Wow. I love that. That's cool.
That's why Japanese is fun to rip. You're guaranteed to enjoy if you buy a whole
A
box.
winner. Yeah. You actually get a winner. I did not tear this one well. Uh-oh. All right. Next one. You guys go up. Because I am not.
It's all right. Rip it down the middle.
I thought I got gypped the last time. I got a little dog or something. I don't know what I got here.
Shaman. Little shaman. I got nothing either.
No, I'm having
the heck
problems
is this?
opening up my pack, so you guys continue. Don't
Here,
worry.
let me see.
about-
I'm
Here,
gonna show
let me
you.
Fix it.
Just go to. Oh yeah, you did.
Yep. I schmucked that one up.
It's all right.
Oop. Uh-oh, he's got the touch, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's been doing this for years. And
One
I
to the
haven't.
front. One to the front,
One to
big
the
guy.
front. So this like that, right?
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, I know that card. Nothing.
Nothing?
What is that guy?
It's a melodic.
Melodic. Okay.
Looks very similar to like a combination of Gyarados and
Ooh.
Dragonair.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
You see that Pokemon kind of sticks to their guns.
Yeah,
Even the
they
new Pokemon
definitely
kind of
do.
look similar to the old ones.
All right.
We're looking for that SR or better. Who's gonna
SR.
pull it? Who's gonna pull it? So far, Josh has got.
I got the heaters.
Josh has the pull.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the SR. So that's Cynthia's Garchomp.
You got it?
What?
That's a secret rare. It's not an SAR, but it's an SR. So that's a full art step down from an SAR. Still a good
Damn.
card.
So
Josh has got the hot hand.
So we're just gonna do the sleeve on that one.
So you'll do a sleeve and you'll do top
okay,
loader.
so
I got
top loader.
Ash's cousin or something. I don't know who I got.
Who's that?
That's Ethan.
Ethan?
Yeah.
Ash's cousin.
Man, thank you, sir.
Boom.
Wow.
Josh has the hot hand today.
You guys see
Dang,
that,
guys.
huh, y'all? That OES
Taylor, come here. Open
certified.
this up.
Uh-oh, Kayla. Kayla coming onto the scene here. Man, I'm excited, guys. This is amazing. This is
There's
a lot of
camera
fun.
right here too. So
So now that we've pulled an SR,
Mhm.
we're looking for the SAR.
sometimes the Japanese Pokemon gods
Mhm.
bless you with a double box.
Oh,
Because sometimes that'll be all you get.
Okay.
But sometimes
they'll give you.
they'll give you heat and you'll get enough. You'll get
One-
something on top
move
of
that
that.
one to the back. Yep. And then.
Ooh, that's a cool looking card.
I got a sandwich.
You got lunch.
Ah!
You got lunch.
Yo,
lunch.
yo, you gotta let Kayla go out on lunch, brother.
Go enjoy your lunch. She got
That's my
lunch.
hour, all right.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious. Hey, is that Ethan again?
That's Ethan.
Look at Ethan, huh?
Ethan's just making a.
Look at this.
But is that a sign for a double then? 'Cause we got double.
Oh, what is that?
Whoa.
What is that bad boy?
That's an EX. That's a double rare.
What?
So that is a Dondozo. Dondozo EX, so just a regular sleeve.
Regular
on that
sleeve
guy.
on that guy. Okay, so not as premium, but still a winner.
Correct. Ooh,
what's
we got
that?
an art rare. This is a Hydrapple, one of the newer Pokemon out there.
What the heck?
Hydrapple.
So you got multiple heads?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like Medusa.
It's like the worm in the apple. Hydrapple.
That's cool.
So as of right now, unless we hit an SAR in these
Josh
last
is
packs,
destroying
Josh
us right now.
Josh wins the pack battle.
Ladies and gentlemen. It's my game
I
to
guess
lose
slow
right
and
now.
steady really does win the race, huh?
I got an R.
That's a regular rare. So just like the hollows, if you want to stack them in the hollows, you stack them in the hollows.
There's no reverse hollows in this one?
No reverse hollows in this set.
And if you want an apple, we got an apple for your lunch.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So-
I got a sandwich and an apple.
Damn.
Give her an apple.
I guess these folks are hungry
Another
out there.
Cynthia's Garchomp EX.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's a...
So that's pretty
this is just a
badass.
double rare, yeah. So
All
they'll
right.
make like a double rare of the card, then they'll make the secret rare, and
Yep,
they'll make an
another
SAR.
melodic.
Another melodic. Nice. Coming down to the end here. Let's see if the
Uh-oh,
Pokegods
uh-oh,
bless
uh-oh.
us with a double hit box.
So let's get a double
This is
hit.
what when people come to the stream and we hit a double hit box, I go
We
wow.
go
I'm
crazy?
Like, yo, that was a hot box. Let's go.
Yo! We're about to see if this
So
box
the
is
modern
really
version of a Switch. Remember the Switch from the base set? The
Yeah.
old Switch? That's the modern. That's one of the
Oh,
modern
wow.
versions of
Oh,
it.
wow. So it just really does look
They
like
do
got a
reuse
hollow.
old cards.
Got a...
I got a melodic as well. Hollow Crustle.
Yep.
Crustle.
Oh,
You got a Switch?
yep. Okay.
I
We're
like
cool.
the
We're
words.
pulling down here, ladies and gentlemen.
Pulling down.
Going
We
down to the
gotta heat
stretch.
this back
We
up.
hit the guaranteed hits already, so anything
gotta hit
extra
this.
is just gravy.
Gravy, baby. We're on the gravy train right now. A little lamb yap, a little extra on top.
I got your shaman that you got before.
Dang. Okay. So we're at the very end, and I can't seem to open up the pack
Another
properly.
hollow. That's a slug.
Mad Cargo, the evolved form of
Yep.
Slugma.
All right. Let me see what I got here. Boom. 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 Yep. This little guy at the end.
Shaman, yep, we've all pulled a
Shaman.
shaman.
What the heck, bro?
Last
All
pack.
right, last one,
Last
y'all.
pack.
Last
Last
pack.
one, y'all.
Last pack,
Woo!
man.
Let me see
pack.
if I can make this magic
Last
happen one more
pack
time, y'all.
magic. See if we got blessed with a hot box. I got nothing.
Nothing. Uh-oh, Christian. Anything? I'm gonna be suspenseful with this
Worse
last
than
pack.
nothing.
What did you
Trader.
Damn, dude.
I pulled one of those already earlier.
All right, y'all.
This guy's pretty cool.
The Rotom.
Yeah, that's the Rotom, right?
And
yeah.
and I get a sandwich too.
You got lunch too.
Hey!
Josh Sheets. Show Josh Sheets.
Josh Eats,
Wait a
yo.
minute, you gotta
Is it-
show what
oh,
Josh
yeah,
Eats.
yeah.
Is it certified?
Let's see here, right,
Is
y'all.
that oh yeah certified?
You heard it here, y'all. Oh yeah, certified.
Let's go.
Yo, I love it. I love it.
All right,
Wow.
so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the best card,
Mm-hmm.
which was that Misty's side up,
Psyduck.
and we're gonna grade it.
Okay.
This one.
I'm
right?
gonna grade it on lost cards, and it'll come back here and sit with you guys.
Oh man.
Oh, that's cool.
A graded
man,
card.
I appreciate it, man.
That's badass, dude.
That's awesome, dude. This thing is.
When it
Yeah.
comes back,
Woo.
I'll mail it over to you guys. You guys can
I
put it
think-
on display.
Man, we'll put it on display. It'll be on every podcast.
Yeah.
This is
The
awesome.
Missy Psyduck, y'all.
The second you pulled that, he knew.
I felt excited about it because I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I know what this is.
So
this looks
you-
sick.
You know why that card's popular?
This is-
Because she's in
Misty
the original.
and Psyduck
Yeah.
were like
yeah.
essential in the
Oh, the
in the
original
series.
show,
So
yeah.
This is so cool.
they're loved characters. So.
Yeah, they are.
So freaking.
So I'll
cool.
take that back for grading. That'll go out.
I thought
Um,
this was the rare one when I saw
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And that
I
was the
was
first
like-
one. That was
yeah,
the first
'cause you
pack,
know-
dude.
They're rare. They're just not. There is an SAR of that card.
What's up with this little kid again, bro? Is that the same
That's
guy?
Ethan.
Yo, what's up with Ethan, bro?
So
What's Ash?
basically, this is kind of similar to the old gym trainers, the modern
Yeah.
version of the
Yeah.
old gym sets, Gym
Mhm.
Challenge, Gym Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they were kind of going with here. Let me pull this up real quick, as I want to show you guys what Ethan's Ho-Oh would look like in a special art form. Now I'm using an app called TCG Collector. You could use
Yeah, I'm
Collector
familiar with
app.
that.
There's a lot of different apps you can do. I like this one because it gives me pricing direct from TCG Player.
Mhm.
You want to put this up on the screen?
Yeah.
Just Google it. Misty's side there.
And question, Seth, this is the promo that came from going to the movies. That Mew? Is that
No.
it?
No.
it's
not it?
ancient.
That was one that you had to
Ancient.
mail in.
Yeah.
That's the one you had to mail in.
It looked like black and like.
So this is a cool one that I wanted to spotlight to you, Chris. I traded some kid a like a regular card for it's a Golden Wizards W
What
there
the
on the
heck?
Kabuto.
So just so you guys can see what we pulled, okay? This was the Heath and Zoho that would have been like a $100 card.
Wow.
This is what it looks like. Now, we pulled this one, which is a $6 card. That's that Cynthia's Garchomp right there.
Yeah.
And then we also pulled the Misty. That's up to 18 now.
Okay.
The Misty Psyduck. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it costs if it grades. Let's type in Misty's. And I'm using price charting.
That's badass Moltres.
Misty Psyduck.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to go from Japanese Heatwave Arena. There's 2 copies of the card. One's English, one's Japanese.
Yeah.
Misty Psyduck. If it gets a PSA 10, it goes for around $64.
Wow.
Let's see let's go to a Pristine. If you get a CGC Pristine, it goes for $67.98, which is
You were spot on
higher.
with your pricing.
And then if you get a BGS Black Label,
that's the one.
$465. That's card
one
would
of
be
them.
worth. But
That's
it has
one
to
of them.
be
That's from the
perfect.
movie.
That's from the movie. The
It
Dragonite.
says it on there.
That's from the movie then, right, Seth? The Dragonite right here? That's what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
But you got some really good cards here, dude.
Yeah.
I never seen this Mewtwo. This guy's on drugs.
Yeah, he had it too.
Oh, there it is.
That's the Misty Psyduck.
Look at
That's
that.
what we pulled.
That's badass, guys. That's the MVP right here.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Josh took the cake today.
Yep.
Took the whole bakery with the sandwich.
So he took out like 13 some odd cards out of here and sent them off to be graded because he told me, he was like, these are the cards worth being graded. That's awesome, bro. I
Take a
can't
look
wait.
at you can take a look at the conditions. You can see if you pull one of those cards out, you'll probably look at the back. You'll see whitening. Whitening's a very it'll take the grade down. The
quickest thing to take.
Unless
it down.
you want it in plastic, which I always tell people. Always like, oh, I want to grade my cards. I'm like, okay, send me what you're thinking of grading, and
I'll
then
tell you what's worth grading.
because I grade for people as a service.
Yeah.
And basically, you can right now go to GameStop and take whatever cards you want to take to GameStop. It's like $20, and they'll send it to PSA for you on your behalf.
Oh, wow.
New service they started doing because they partnered with PSA.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Difference is you take 10 cards there, they're going to grade your 10 cards, not look at them at all. They're
They're
just
going
going
to
to send them out.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you send me 10 cards, I might only send one of your cards out, and it's the one that's actually worth sending because it's in good condition, it's got good centering, the value of it when you grade it is going to be good. So that's where I come in as far as my grading service. A lot of people don't do that.
And I really appreciate you doing that for me,
course.
obviously, Seth. And then the other thing that makes me excited is that we sent over 10, with double digits worth of cards of mine. So I had some hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed.
He had this, was banned in English.
Oh, the Gengar?
Gengar.
Oh, yeah, let's talk
Banned
about
Gengar.
that. This is badass.
You can pull that one up.
That's
If
what
you
you
want to
had?
type in banned Gengar.
You had that?
Yeah, I had it. Japanese version.
So it's basically it's a Gengar in a graveyard, and it's got like
Cemetery.
tombstones and everything. If you look at the English, I actually have the English version of the card. I'll show you the difference.
Yeah, this is going to be a badass. Yeah, it's a banned Gengar cemetery.
There it is right there.
Boy, knew exactly where it was at.
I was hoping it was in this one because the other one. Oh no, the Gym Heroes. Let's do this. So they actually blurred it out in English. So you can see like the tombstone here.
Yeah.
It's blurred out like they on the actual card, but you see like the shape of the tombstone on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
See.
On
all
the
white.
Japanese card, you
It's a
can
lot
see,
darker, too. The Japanese card's dark.
So like I see this one has a little crease up here.
Yeah, so that one is played. I wouldn't send that one for grading, but it makes a great binder card because
Yeah, of course.
when you're flipping through the master set, it looks
Yeah.
great.
100%. 100%.
But it almost looks totally different. It really does.
Yeah.
Like there's a stark contrast
Oh yeah,
between that and the Japanese.
And you-
Found it?
Yeah, the computer's just,
Computing.
doing
Yeah.
its thing.
computer.
All good. But no, that was really cool. And that was actually the one card that Mike really wanted from me, right? And he's like, bro, I'll pay you $300, whatever. And I was like, damn.
He's a Gengar collector.
Yeah,
So.
well, that makes
And-
sense.
Looking at this Gengar compared to modern Gengars, this is actually the modern Gengar Grail.
Mm-hmm.
This card is sick as fuck. I actually pulled this card.
Whoa. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That is pretty freaking
No,
cool.
And it's a 10. You pulled it and wow.
So would you say, like, of all your pristine, your 10s, have you pulled as much as you've bought? Or you pulled more
No. I've definitely bought
more?
more cards because
It's
I mean,
difficult.
a lot of times there's English print quality is not that great compared to Japanese.
Is that it right there?
That's it. So you see
you see how different
see the
it looks?
crosses?
Yeah.
No worries. But they're blurred out now.
Yeah, I see it. They're here, but they're very faint. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it looks, but the card, like if you put them next to each other, you would almost borderline think they were different cards.
Mm-hmm.
So typically what I send, if it's vintage, I only will send a vintage card if it'll get a 7 or better. That's what I aim for.
And that basically is saying, hey, you're not going to lose money on what you're paying on the grade almost.
Yeah, because most people will only buy a card if it's a 7 or higher because
Just
a
pause
7
it.
is near
It's a
mint.
video, so just pause it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it looks day and night difference. It's just so much darker, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, dude. So
Even the HP is red over here. That one's black.
yeah,
So.
yeah, that's
awesome.
interesting, dude.
But yeah,
That is very
that's
interesting.
that's the fun.
You know, I just noticed that the illustrator. His name
Ken
is down
Sugimori?
here.
Yeah.
Is he the one that made all of them, or?
He's like the big illustrator, yeah.
But now, I mean, the guy's probably old, no, or what? Or,
He's older, yeah.
Yeah. So did they have new people's names now on new cards, or not yet?
Oh yeah. If you look at the modern cards, take a look at this one. This
That's
one's-
awesome that they actually, give credit.
They give the illustrator.
Yeah, no.
And you have Mitsu, another one, the famous Charizard, Mitsuhito Arita.
Oh yeah.
That is so cool.
You need a slab for this one.
Yeah.
You need another slab for this. put it into a slab.
Here, you stack that one up with him. That's his
This is
braille.
insane.
Slapping it up.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. But that Sabrina back.
I'm gonna put that Sabrina's Gengar.
Put that Gengar back
So,
in the bottle.
That's the fun. I mean, you got to experience it
Awesome.
firsthand.
No, that was great. I mean,
No, the rips
thank
were
you
fun.
for letting us rip. I mean,
Yeah.
Of course.
This is great. I mean, you guys don't see the mess, but we got a whole mess down here. But that's how
Yeah.
you do it when you rip it. This is what it is.
You don't give a shit about what
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah,
you just give
no.
a shit about what comes out of the pack.
Exactly. But listen, Seth, I appreciate you coming here, man. The fact that we're able to just chop it up about
Yeah.
Pokemon itself, and and it's just gonna be a topic that's gonna be trending for a long time. So,
Mhm.
and I only wish you nothing but success in your business.
Appreciate
and hopefully, you can keep building that community, online. Let the people know where they can find you, your socials. So
Yeah.
I would say, let them know. So
Lost
that way-
Cards store on all socials. It's Cards CARDS, and then another S STORE. So
Lost
Lost
Cards
Cards store.
And you have a website too, right?
Yes, lostcardstore.com. Same thing.
Yep. Don't get lost in the sauce, y'all. All right. No.
Finding you your long lost cards.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And Josh, make sure to capture this Pokemon right here, all right?
Yeah. That's a throwback right there.
Excellent.
That is hilarious. Hey, I think we might need a master ball for that.
We're gonna have to go get that.
I think that's gonna grade a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty centered.
Oh yeah, look at
I think
that.
they'll just be impressed with the guy on the front. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, that's a wrap for this episode here, and stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Lost card story, y'all. You heard it here. It's yeah certified.
Let's go.
Woo! Yeah, baby.